Tonight from Fenway, the Red Sox welcome in the Chicago White Sox, the first of 4 games as the Sox bring a 1-game lead into the series over the New York Yankees, with Rick Porcello trying to turn his season around tonight. Hi, everybody. Hot night here at Fenway Park, but dry. I'm Dave O'Brien, delighted to be joined by the Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. Jemai Webster joining us in just a couple of moments. Eck, great to see you back in the booth. How things been going?
Well, pretty good lately.
Good to hear it.
I don't want to bebop around it. It's brutal, really, because it's a very unfortunate set of circumstances. But I think, everybody wants to move on. I'm the guy that wants to move on. And the fans, I want to say the fans have been great. The support that they've given me is incredible. But let's move on. The Red Sox are trying to win.
And Rick Porcello trying to do that. In his last 4 starts in particular, he's been dynamite. With a little more run support, he could have maybe won all 4 of those games.
Well, the fact is, we need to defend him. If you think about it, you look at the last 4 starts. I mean, how could you be 0-4? It can easily be 4-0. I tell you, this season has been completely opposite of last year. The no run support. 0 runs out of 10 out of 22 starts. That's brutal. And he'll tell you what, he has not pitched that badly. But at the same time, the home run ball's got him, right? He's given up 25 home runs. But, they've given up quite a few solos. But it doesn't matter if you don't get any runs. He can't look at that 14 loss. He's got to forget about that. He's pitched well, but he definitely needs a win. You just got to get one in the win column just to get rolling.
And a handful of early runs would not hurt either for Rick Porcello tonight. He's got an excellent bullpen backing him up. The Red Sox with the number 3 in terms of ERA bullpen in the majors. That includes Addison Reed, and Jemai will be along with more on the new acquisition from the New York Mets right in front of Game 1 against Chicago. Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Digital Federal Credit Union, see what DCU can save you. Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. And by Southwest, yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Fans making their way into Fenway Park, Game 1 against the Chicago White Sox tonight. Red Sox going for 3 in a row. Let's bring in Jemai Webster down on the field. And Jemai, Reed is the new guy in the bullpen. Is there a kind of getting to know you period here?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. He came over at the trade deadline after converting 19 of 21 save opportunities with the New York Mets. But now he is the unquestioned 8th inning arm for the Red Sox. I asked manager John Farrell about his early impressions of one Addison Reed.
Adding the proven arm certainly helps, given the number of injuries of late. The slider he showed the other night was, I think, better than I expected to see. Good, and granted, it was a 1-2 fastball that he pulled in the middle to Santana. But prior to that, there were some sliders that got down underneath some good left-handed hitters' swings. That's not an easy thing for a right-handed pitcher. But the fact that looks to be some deception in the delivery. He's got some uniqueness to the front side of the delivery. He's put up numbers to suggest that he's going to be a plus in the back end of the bullpen. So he mislocated a fastball. I'm not letting that taint what he showed the other night.
And, you know, when Addison was acquired, Farrell said he is kind of a closer B-roll. I got a chance to talk to him really quick. He said he feels good. He's happy to be back in Boston, rather, and he's ready to take on this new role. But tonight, it's up to Rick Porcello to try and get back on the right swing of things. The Sox have won 4 of their last 6. He's got a 2.79 ERA in his last 4 starts. He'll try to get a victory in Game 1 against the White Sox. Dave O'Brien and Dennis Eckersley on the call. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back.
Lesson is brought to you by your New England Audi dealers and the 2018 Audi Q5. Old Dominion Freight Lines, the official freight carrier of Major League Baseball and the Red Sox. Subaru Retailers of New England, supplying all-wheel drive vehicles with a lot to love, and by Plainridge Park Casino, 45 minutes from Boston. Red Sox and the White Sox, game number 1 after the rain out last night, a 4-game series. And the Red Sox will take to the road to face both Tampa Bay and the Yankees. Beautiful night here. Temperatures in the low 80s. Back at Fenway Park, and Rick Porcello headed to the bump with a 4-14 record. Here's a look at the White Sox lineup that he will battle tonight. Brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. And the leadoff man will be Larry Garcia. He's in right. Yomer Sanchez, the DH. Jose Abreu, one of the few names you'll know, but you'll also know Yoan Moncada at second base, former Red Sox phenom. Nicky Delmonico in left. Tyler Saladino at third base with Tim Anderson at the shortstop position. Omar Narvaez is the catcher, and Adam Engel is in center field. This is an organization in flux right now, the Chicago team. Red Sox starter, presented by New England Audi dealers. Porcello 10-8 lifetime against the White Sox. A lot of experience against them in 22 career starts.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. The Red Sox have made 66 errors in 108 games around the infield. Rafael Devers at third, Bogarts at short, Eduardo Nunez at second, Mitch Moreland at first. Out in the outfield, left to right, Andrew Benintendi, Jackie Bradley Jr., Mookie Betts in right behind the plate, Christian Vasquez catching Rick Porcello.
Here are your umpires tonight. All important with Rick Porcello on the mound because he likes to be fine on those corners, and the umpires Brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Jerry Lane, the veteran, behind the plate. Marvin Hudson at first. Mike Estabrook at second. Dan Bellino makes the calls at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP is presented by Toyota. Visit Compare2Toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV. Really a perfect night for a ball game. 81 degrees. Bit of a breeze out to center. And the forecast for the night is clear and no rain. Last night's rain out against the Cleveland Indians will be made up on the 14th of August at 6:10 here at Fenway. But it's Rick Porcello trying to get the Red Sox off to a very good start here in game one against a White Sox team that frankly has been outmanned. They have lost 19 of their last 23 games. Garcia to dig in 294 with 7 home runs. First pitch swung on and popped in the air to left, and Benintendi, who's back in the lineup after missing the last couple, will make the catch for the out. No injury for Andrew. Sort of been a mental break for him.
Kind of strange too. I was surprised he didn't start, especially against a right-handed pitcher he missed the other night.
Oh, the youngster back in there and actually hitting out of the 2-hole tonight behind Mookie Betts. That'll send up Yolmer Sanchez.
These guys will hack, and you see the first hitter up there swinging at the first pitch. They do not walk.
He's 257, 5 home runs. Chicago coming in with the worst record in the American League, 41-64. They are 16 back in last place in the AL Central.
You know, you don't want to get carried away. It's a 4-game series, but you've got to win this series. You just have to, especially what's coming up for the Red Sox after that. Tampa and the Yankees next weekend.
Rick Renteria, their manager. Sanchez has been a bit of a pest for Porcello. He's 4 for 9 off him in their career battles. And he lashes a foul. Rick did not face the Chicago White Sox when the Sox took 2 out of 3 in the Windy City earlier this season.
He just can't get a win to save his life.
Here's 1-2 and a breaking ball misses. He's coming off a loss against Kansas City, Porcello is, but he went 7. He allowed only 6 hits. Struck out 5. Fly to right center, well hit. Jackie Bradley, he's going to run this down and shy of the track. And as is always the case, it seems with Jackie, he takes off and knows exactly where the ball is coming down.
When I looked at him take off, I was like, oh my goodness, this ball's going farther than I thought. But then all of a sudden he stopped. Watch him take off like, oh my goodness, I would think this ball's going to rattle in that triangle, but he pulls up. A can of corn for Jackie. Everything's a can of corn for Jackie.
It is his bobblehead night, and he's making a catch, a lunging catch as the bobblehead, the figurine.
We have seen some great catches. I saw the catch the other night by
Austin Jackson.
Austin Jack. Woo, that was serious.
See, I've been waiting for you to ask you that question as Abreu swats at that and misses. Is that the best catch you've ever seen at Fenway Park?
It's got to be.
Best catch I've ever seen.
It's the best catch. I mean, I'm talking about fully extended. I mean, we've seen some catches, balls caught over the fence and brought back over, but it was incredible. It really was.
And he got up so high on it. I mean, he was skying on this.
I mean, he's given up his body on this. I mean, he's fully extended. See ya.
Standing ovation at Fenway Park.
I mean, Jackie was in the same vicinity farther back.
But did not go into the bullpen.
No.
Yeah, an amazing play.
It really was. I mean, tip your hat. I mean, you've seen a lot of plays, but how could you make anything better than that?
I mean, that made the evening news the next night on the networks, CBS and NBC, from what I was told. The 2-2. Cut on and missed, and a nice quick start for Rick Porcello as he fans Abreu and gets him 1-2-3 here in the first inning at Fenway. time tonight against Miguel Gonzalez. Here's the lineup brought to you by Toyota's website for deals. BuyAToyota.com. Mookie Betts to lead it off. Then Benintendi, Eduardo Nunez, and Hanley Ramirez. Devers at third, the number 5 hitter. Bogarts, Moreland, Vasquez, and Bradley. Gonzalez 5-9, a 4.59 ERA, but he's really dominated the Red Sox for some odd reasons.
It is odd, isn't it? That's odd. When he was with Baltimore, this guy could paint. He doesn't throw hard. Little curveball. He got a great split. That he throws more to left-handed hitters, but he's all about control.
Mookie 273, 17 homers. And a 2-hopper to the shortstop, Anderson. I think the other thing about Gonzalez is he's 4-0 at Fenway.
Yeah, the White Sox defense tonight, they made 80 errors in 105 games. You see around the infield, they'll see at third base. Saladino at third, Anderson at short, Makata at second, Jose Abreu at first. Out in the outfield, Delmonico, Nicky Delmonico in left, Adam Engel in center, Garcia in left. Behind the plate, Omar Baez catching Miguel Gonzalez.
And Benintendi 262 with 12 homers, trying to fight his way out of a slump. 1 for 9 on a homestand for Andrew. And in need of a big night. He'll be followed by Eduardo Nunez, who's been having a lot of them lately. I haven't talked to anybody who doubts for a second that he's going to come out of this thing with that swing, that gorgeous swing he has. And at this point, you see him work down and away a lot, the breaking stuff.
I never thought he was going to go bad, to be honest with you. He had a little struggle and he came out of that. But this is difficult. You know, you think you start, adding up numbers saying, a guy's got 50 RBIs in the first half of the season. Just double it up. He'll drive in 100. It's not that easy, especially for a rookie.
One down, base is empty.
There it is.
Well struck. Angle racing back to the triangle. Not going to get there. That'll jump into the stands for a double. It is a pretty swing, and he's got himself a 2-base hit, his 15th double.
Well, Gonzalez is lucky he didn't get this ball in the air, way up in the air. It's a slider, kind of a hanger, and just right to the barrel, and he drives this ball. No, it's a split. It just stayed right there. And he strokes this ball into the worst part of the ballpark. If he pulls it, it's gone, but it goes out there, 1-hop double, but he'll take it.
Maybe some of that work he's been doing right there paying off immediately, and here's Nunez trying to pick him up. Nunez hitting .500 with the Red Sox since the trade from the San Francisco Giants. He's been taking aim at the monster.
You talk about a hot start. Nunez getting here, I'll tell you what. They injected this. I'll tell you what, they injected this lineup with some serious energy.
Yeah, he's 20 for his last 38 with 6 doubles, 2 homers, and 13 RBIs.
Well, when he last 20 at bats in San Francisco, he was hot. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. This is as hot as he's ever been in his life, and it couldn't come at a better time for the Red Sox.
Got to feel great to get out of that big ballpark in San Francisco for him. Line shot, base hit, right center. That's going to drive in a run. Benintendi rounds. Nunez, there's no way he can keep his helmet on, but get used to seeing that because he can run base over and over.
He can run too. It looks like he knows what's coming. It's a breaking ball. He just stays back and just serves it into center field. And the beat goes on with this guy. He gets here, he's batting third, he gets a breaking ball, stays back. It is up, but he doesn't try to pull. Takes what he gives him, man. Base hit, another RBI. I mean, it's incredible what he's doing. It really is. And he can run too.
Out from under that helmet time and again.
He's a talented kid. You know, he came up with New York. I always liked him. Defensively, he was just always adequate. But everything else is there, and he could fly.
He's going to play a little short, some third, second base. He takes off. First pitch will miss the throw, and a tag will not get him.
I mean, this guy's making a name for himself in a heartbeat here.
Stolen base for Nunez.
I mean, you got to pay attention to this guy. He's gone, man. He is gone. He's safe easy. Little one hopper, but he had the perfect throw. I don't think would have got him.
21 stolen bases for Nunez now. Moments after he drove in Andrew Benintendi, who had ripped the double. And now Ramirez looking to pick up an RBI. To center field, dead away. Engel racing back. He's turning already. And it's on the warning track area, rounding third base. Here comes Nunez into second base. Andy Ramirez. Red Sox lead it 2-0.
Boy, the Red Sox are waiting back. They're waiting back on that soft stuff. Hanley doesn't try to hit it out of the ballpark because it's a kind of a hanger right there, and he just takes it to center field. Look at this thing, little spin job. Didn't do much. Didn't try to pull. Middle of the field. I thought this ball had a chance. Easy double off the wall. One hopper off the wall, but it got there in a hurry. Nunez scores easy.
41 RBIs for Hanley Ramirez. 3 consecutive hits off Gonzalez. That'll send up Devers, who's batting 5th tonight. The 20-year-old hitting .429 with 2 home runs. Different feel to this Red Sox offense since Nunez and Devers came aboard.
Here's Devers batting 5th. I mean, that is a quick switch. 20 years old, batting 5th.
6-game hitting streak, 12 out of 24 for Devers.
You know that's what they're going to try to do to him. You know, they've seen the way he swings the bat early, coming up here. They're bound to try to pitch him in.
Well, he's reached base safely in each of his first 7 career games. He's hit in 6 of them. And with some authority.
That's exactly what they're going to do. Make him try to pull that thing. I mean, I think that's the big adjustment he's going to have to make, because if somebody with some good gas is going to get it in there. You can't be half stepping in there. This ball at 92, middle. Oof.
You'd like that back.
Yes.
We've seen him, though, take a 97-mile-an-hour out of the ballpark to the opposite field. Up on the shelf. Fly ball into left. Delmonico back. He's turning around.
It's gone.
How about that? It's out of here. It kept on carrying and carrying. He goes to the opposite field again. Devers blasting a 2-run homer. And the Red Sox are off to the races tonight.
What up? This ball is, I can't believe it. I thought it was going to hit the boards. And this ball is way out of here. He's trying to get this ball in, right? And that ball's out over the plate. Oh, excuse me, that was a pitch before. Trying to get a fastball up. I thought he was a little late to go bridge, right? Oh, my goodness.
His 3rd major league home run. For every Red Sox home run this season, Speedway donates $500 to Boston Children's Hospital. Xander Bogaerts, 281 with 6 home runs.
Wow, what a statement. Start this series off. The guy that's had 6-1 against you coming in, you drop a 4 spot on him.
Opposite field power. Whew. From the 20-year-old. Guy who got it started was another rookie, Andrew Benintendi.
You know, the thing about it is, you know, you want a kid like that to come up and not struggle, right? He's not struggling. This is incredible, especially playing in Fenway Park, showing that kind of power the other way. He's going to get pounded in. And we saw that, but you know, you make a mistake. Woo.
I think you're right. He's going to get pounded in. That's probably how they'll choose to go. But what we've seen him do, Eck, in his early days, and I know it's very early, but we've seen him make adjustments as if he's been around for 4 or 5 years. Well, and that's really impressive.
And that's when you see him hit an off-speed pitch, the other way. It's great.
One down.
But right away, it takes the pressure off this kid. I mean, this couldn't happen. The timing has been great.
Well, it's also great stuff for Rick Porcello.
Oh, hello. More runs he's got in a couple of games.
Yeah, he has not had many nights where he's had that kind of support early. Gonzalez with the 1-2. And a floater to right. Garcia there. So 2 down, and Moreland will be next. Closer look, a side angle on Devers' cut.
Now, I thought he was late. I don't know about you, but he's trying to get that fastball up, and he gets it out there, and he finishes his swing. He didn't cut it off. That's just a complete swing. I thought he was a little late, got the ball up in the air, and it just never came down. Man, he's got to be feeling great. This league is easy.
Yeah, that's right. Is there a higher one?
Is there another league I can get to? These two guys, man, those two guys. Whew.
Yeah, he and Nunez, by the way, are becoming fast friends. They locker right next to each other.
I mean, this is special stuff to make this happen within the last 5 days. I mean, whatever. He came up in Seattle, went deep.
427 for his first major league hit.
Yes, hello.
He's added 2 more since then. Lined up the middle, a one-hopper knocked down, and that'll retire Moreland. But the Red Sox with some excellent swings. Devers, it looked like maybe he was headed for the warning track. It wound up in the monster seats, and the Sox lead it 4-0 in the first inning at Fenway. Underway in the second inning, Red Sox grab a quick 4-0 lead over the White Sox, and that is Yoan Moncada, the second baseman for the Chicago White Sox. Switch hitter from Cuba, of course, acquired from the Red Sox in the Chris Sale trade. He was just involved in a nasty collision on Tuesday with outfielder Willie Garcia that sent Garcia to the disabled list.
You could see why Garcia's on the disabled list. His knee got him in the jaw. Moncada's knee. It looked ugly.
Yeah, Moncada missed a couple of games with a sore knee. Here's a look at the collision. It is pretty nasty.
Moncada coming in from second base, and he's sliding. He gets it right in the jaw. Look at this. Boom. Ow.
Knocked him out. He did suffer a broken bone in that jaw area. They have to put a plate in there. Moncada with a bad knee after that, but bounced back. He's only hitting 105 with 1 home run. He's going to take ball 4. That just missed on a changeup.
Yes, exactly. 3-2 changeup. You know, you don't want to walk somebody there, but at the same time, you know, the scouting reports that changeup he's been swinging through, but he spit on it.
Time for our twisted but true fact. The Red Sox lead the American League and number 3 in the majors in ERA. Boston has not finished a season as the American League's leader since 2007, which won the whole thing then. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea. Be a little twisted.
It was a very patient at bat by Moncada.
Here's Nicky Delmonico.
What a name. Oh, it's a great name. Love it.
Just up from the minors, but he's with his 3rd organization, hoping that he'll stick in Chicago. You can do the steak, the Delmonico.
I love Delmonicos.
You could do Delmonico potatoes. You could do them together.
Yes.
Potatoes and steak.
You probably hear this every night when he comes to bat. Every announcer, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Like, come up with something else, right?
Really.
It's tired.
It's tired.
Tired. You're talking food. Moncada with the lead. Red Sox up by 4 for Rick Porcello. And knocks him off the plate.
Hardest ball he's thrown tonight. He didn't want to leave it. You cannot. You got to finish 94.
The White Sox have traded away Todd Frazier, David Robertson, Tommy Kahnle, Jose Quintana, among others. And they are now in full rebuild mode these days. And their record is wearing it.
Melky Cabrera being the last guy that got out of here, he's probably glad, because this is a really difficult situation to play in.
You've been in a spot like this?
I thought about coming in the ballpark. I was thinking, have I ever been through this? Not really.
At least you were lucky.
I know. I think we were maybe in a bad position before, but I fooled myself to thinking, no, we weren't, because you can't think like that.
In their case, it's 2 months to go.
Yeah.
You know, still a lot of baseball to be played as he flicks that one foul. Kind of wallowing in it.
It's just not easy, but that's why, you know, with the young kids, it's one thing. If you're a veteran that's been around, it's just not easy at all. And as a pitcher, you know, as a pitcher, you're going out there once every 5 days. You just hope that they score when you pitch. It's the everyday players.
I think that's why what Abreu is doing for them so far is very impressive, because he's hitting around 300, 19 homers. Looks like he'll drive in 100 runs or very close to it. You got to tip your cap to him given these circumstances. And a base hit into right field by Delmonico. Moncada rounding. You know he can run. Betts gunning. Not going to get him. They're going to be safely on the corners here after the walk and the single.
Boy, could he run. Did you see him go? Woo.
I've seen that before, too.
Yeah, he can get it.
Yohan Moncada going 1st to 3rd.
There's a changeup in the hole. Look, watch him go. And you're running on Mookie Betts' arm now. You have to watch him from upstairs because his head doesn't move and he's getting it.
And a hello there with Devers. 2 very bright young stars over there at third base. Tyler Saladino now their third baseman, hitting just .203, no home runs and 5 runs driven in. 4-0 Red Sox. How about the mustache on Saladino?
I'm not saying anything.
Two on. Yeah, ball 1.
You know, here Porcello finally gets 4 runs, right? He's like, oh my goodness, I got 1st and 3rd. Try to keep the damage to a minimum.
And the dive back, Delmonico.
Can this guy run? I mean, you got to know what he did in the minor league because he hadn't been up in the big leagues long enough. Porcello thinks he can.
There's still a lot of talk here at the ballpark, even with the rainout yesterday, about Tuesday night and what went down here at Fenway. We've already discussed the Austin Jackson catch, and that was just one element of so many that made it a ridiculous ball game.
That was a great game. Luckily, the Red Sox won, or it would have been a totally different feel, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But that 3-run bomb there by a 3-1 pitch, and he went to work. He said, heck with that base hit. I'm going bridge.
Vasquez, yep. Boy, did he hit it.
Ooh. He's only had 2.
He's only had 2. That was by far his best swing. But he crushed it. To the right of that line out there. The only other season in which 2 different Red Sox catchers had game-ending home runs was 1995. Remember, Sandy Leon hit one against the Pirates on April 5th.
Right.
This season.
Right-handed.
Talked to Sandy before the game. He's a couple of days away from returning. In there for a strike. He tweaked that knee, and he said, you know, if I were a shortstop or a second baseman, I'd be playing. But because he's a catcher, it's that squatting motion where he feels it a little bit. Not when he's hitting and not when he's running.
Yeah, when he didn't catch Sale, you knew something was bad.
But a couple of days away. 3-1 busted bat on a liner. It gets by. Bogart's on the skip. That's going to chase in a run. Moncada in to score. That'll make it 4-1. Back-to-back hits off Porcello. And back to Vasquez on Tuesday night in the best game of the season.
Oh, how sweet is this? 3-1, and he just lifts, and it's gone. Beautiful. And he knew it. He got the style all the way around. I've been there before like that guy. Walk-off piece.
Cody Allen. What was shocking about the game was there were so many great pitchers who got hit hard in the same game. You never see that.
Never.
Here's Tim Anderson, a shortstop, 235 with 9 homers. And that'll squirt underneath Vasquez. The runner's going to move up to second and third. Delmonico and Saladino. On what will probably be a wild pitch charged to Porcello.
I think it's a ball he could have blocked, but it's in the dirt. Little breaking ball away. It didn't bounce the right way for him. You see this slider? Just took a bad hop on him. It went through the hole. 5-hole, but he got a glove on it. But normally he'd block that. But it is a wild pitch.
The 2 men in scoring position suddenly. Nobody out here. The leadoff walk, certainly not true to form for Rick Porcello, but it's cost him.
He hasn't been real sharp this inning. You know, this is a guy, control pitcher, never walks anybody.
You're right. Overall, 31 pitches, only 16 strikes so far. So the right-hander with the 2-0. That's hard hit. That's going to bring in a run up with it. Bogarts and gets him. Delmonico scores, and they get 2 back very quickly.
Yeah, you got to get an out. I mean, they're playing back, giving them a run. You take it. Take that out. Routine ground ball. Runner scores on contact. You can have it. It's 4-2.
Here's Omar Narvaez, the catcher, left-hand hitter out of Venezuela. 267 with 1 home run. He's a good contact man. Not much power. He does have Saladino at second base with 1 out and 2 runs in. Another note about Tuesday night, immediately before Vasquez hit the 2-out home run, Mitch Moreland struck out. That would have ended the game had he not reached base on a 3rd strike wild pitch. Last team to win a game after striking out when trailing with 2 outs in the 9th or later was the Minnesota Twins in 2003. So it's been a long time.
So you're saying after a strikeout,
yes,
the inning continued. That doesn't happen very often. Obviously,
it's a reminder of how close that game was to ending. The Red Sox lost so many times.
What do you think Allen was thinking? He said, I should be out of this inning. Meanwhile, he walks off.
Right. Stopped by Vasquez to hold the runner at second base.
It's like a foul tip that the catcher doesn't hold on to, and it would have been strike 3. It's like, oh, I don't want to throw another pitch. It's just like something bad's going to happen.
You've done your thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm begging to get off this field.
Some ball game. The Red Sox were very eager to play last night because of the momentum of that game. Throw in that Andrew Miller was not healthy. He had just gone on the DL, their best reliever. The Red Sox see him again. That's unlikely to be the case. A leaping catch by Bogaerts as he hauls in, runner back to second, and 2 down. Xander getting up there to make the catch.
That ball wasn't exactly stung. I mean, but it's still, Xander's not standing there. It's base hit to center field. It's hard to get a base hit to center field nowadays. Somebody's always there up the middle.
With all the shifting. So 2 away, sends up the number 9 hitter Adam Engel, just 208 with 3 homers. Sox with a 1-game lead over the Yankees, 3.5 over Tampa Bay coming into play tonight. The Yankees have fallen behind 2-0 in Cleveland.
Tomorrow at 6, don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. Adam Pellerin, Jim Rice, Lenny DiNardo will be joined by Red Sox chairman Tom Werner.
0-1, line to left center field. Here comes Jackie Bradley, and that'll do it. Porcello gives up a couple of runs, and at the end of 1.5, it's 4-2 Red Sox. Boston's trusted source for Red Sox tickets, from bleachers to boxes. Treat yourself or someone special with tickets to a game. Visit aceticket.com now or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. Keeping score. Johnny Gomes was working the last several games, and Johnny would start to keep score, and after about an inning and a half he would stop because he'd get so wrapped up in the game he totally forgot to put anything in on his scorecard the rest of the night. So
it's all memory from then on in.
And he's like you. He's got one of those memories that's just ridiculous. You guys remember everything. I've got to write it down, and even then I can't read it.
Well, he's only in his 30s now. I mean,
Right.
Come on, man. I can't think like that.
No. I turned 54 today, actually.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah. Mine's the birthday that nobody cares about.
Why?
Because Tom Brady's birthday is
Yes,
today.
that's right.
Who could care less about anybody other than Tom? Tom Brady, 40 years old today.
That's brutal for you. It's like being on Christmas or something.
You know, that guy didn't think it was that brutal until now.
When did you find out? Obviously, you've known this for a while.
Yeah, line shot up the middle, had a base hit for Vasquez, so he continues to swing the bat and really getting it done there. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, my son texted me this morning and wished me a happy birthday after he said, you know, Tom Brady turned 40 today.
So everybody
happy
knows.
birthday, Dad. So forget it. You know, even in my own house.
All
But
these-
I can believe it.
all these montages all day about Tom Brady, right?
It's great stuff.
What about you? We need a montage.
Yeah,
here.
right. Forget it. Yeah, his is all haircuts. You know, the different hairstyles.
Yeah, exactly.
And a billion big touchdown passes. And I've been watching it.
He has had some different hairstyles, hasn't he?
He has.
Oh yeah.
He could do that. He's
Yeah.
Tom Brady. Jackie Bradley, 260 with 12 home runs. Jackie hitting out of the 9th spot here on his bobblehead night.
Jackie's due to get hot. He's in a little slump right now. Boy, he used to wear it out in this 9th slot a couple of years ago, didn't he?
Yes. That's part of the thinking here tonight against the White Sox. Take a little pressure off him, get that stroke back. He'll be followed by Mookie Betts. Red Sox ahead 4-2 in the second.
I'll tell you what, Vasquez is as hot as he's ever been. He's got to be feeling really good. Goes bridge. I mean, everything. He's on time.
6-game hitting streak. He's 12 for 22. Christian Vasquez.
We got a pitch to hit there, 2-0.
Sox took 2 out of 3 in Chicago from these White Sox at the end of May. It was a series where Dustin Pedroia got hurt on a collision at first base. Petey out of the lineup, of course, on the disabled list right now, but he says that when the DL stay runs out, he'll be back.
Ooh.
High fly ball. This is deep center field. Angle all the way back to the wall there to make the catch. Back to first base, Vasquez. Tune in to Nesson on August 15 and 16 for coverage of the WEEI Nesson Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon presented by Arbella Insurance Foundation. Arbella Insurance Foundation, here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good.
Boy, he gave that a ride. I'll tell you what. This ball's gone in a lot of ballparks.
It's one of his better swings in a while.
He got that ball. I thought he got it good.
A lot of times when you see a guy who's slumping, he makes an out but hits it like that to center field, particularly straight away with something behind it. That gets him going. That's something to build off. And Mookie Betts. Mookie with a high fly ball. Deep left field. Way back. She is gone. One sweet swing at his 18th home run. Second of the night for the Red Sox. Mookie Betts.
Well, this is as good as you've seen the Red Sox swing it in an inning. An inning and a third, and they've been swinging it. They get pitches to hit, and they do not miss it. This is a hanging slider. It just says hello, and he loses it. Sliders go so far, too. He
Did he know it? Yes,
Did
he
he
did.
know it? Here, throw the bat to the bat boy.
A blast for Betts. 6-2 Red Sox. Benintendi ripped a double his first time up as he started that 4-run rally. In there for a called strike.
What a feeling that must be when you hit a ball like that. You know it's gone.
He's a little quick to the ball, isn't he?
Isn't he?
And Don Cooper getting on the horn, trying to get his bullpen active. Nunez on deck. Red Sox already with 6 hits, 2 homers, 2 doubles off of Gonzalez. And again, this is a guy who has pitched exceedingly well against the Red Sox in the past.
Well, you got to fall out of your tree sometime, and the higher you get up, the farther it is down. Because 6-1, he's thrown some gems against the Red Sox, and he's just made some bad pitches. I mean, a lot of them.
Gregory Infante throwing in their pen. And Gonzalez with a 1-2. Game 1 of a 4-game series at Fenway. Eduardo Rodriguez going tomorrow night. Drew Pomerantz on Saturday. Doug Fister on Sunday.
So they're going with back to Fister on Sunday. Everybody thought that Sale may pitch on Sunday. They're going to hold him back till Tuesday, right, in Tampa.
Yep. And the 3-2. Next road trip for the Sox will be against division rivals, the Rays and the Yankees.
That's why this series to me is so important, that they've got to at least win this series. You'd love to sweep it, but it's not easy to sweep anybody. I don't care if it's a team that's trying, going the opposite direction.
Someone runs in and gets him. He gets hit by the pitch. Benintendi gets nipped. He is aboard for the second time tonight. Time of the unlimited baseball break as Cooper comes out. Brought to you by T-Mobile. Pitching probables for the series. Rodriguez trying to pick up a win, making his way back from that knee issue. 4-3 with a 4.16 ERA.
Yeah, he's due that game. And you talk about Pomerantz, has been great all year. And then Fister, it was great for him. I'd like to see him get a win like that, right? I mean, almost. I thought he might throw a shutout.
He was spectacular in that last start. 7 2/3. Don't you think Eduardo Rodriguez moving forward? I'm not so sure that he's getting enough light on him in terms of his value and importance moving into, deep in August, September, and October.
Right. Well, you're hoping he can be who we think he is, right? And he came back, had two kind of a mediocre outings, right? And you're expecting him.
Been going short, like 5 1/3 innings.
Yeah, I'm expecting him to light it up.
But before the knee,
yeah, so you always go back to that knee. You're not sure.
He was pitching so well. Well, Nunez has already driven in a run and stolen a base and scored a run tonight, and a base hit in the first inning. Red Sox are scoring early. And the ball out of the ballpark early. Benintendi with a double and a hit batsman. Ramirez waiting on deck, one down. And Gonzalez fires high and tight right under the chin.
Boy, you go diving and you can get hurt. See, he's got that open stance, but he goes to work. He goes diving and he throws him a two-seamer that's running right back at him. Whoa. Very flexible.
Just seeing that replay hurts my back. Here's the 1-0, runner holding, fouled away. One thing you have to say about Eduardo Nunez,
he's aggressive.
He is aggressive,
isn't he? He's short to the ball too. Hit the 2 home runs the other night. He's not a home run hitter, obviously, but he's hot right now. He's seeing it and he's going for it.
Well, suddenly the Red Sox have a number of hitters who are seeing the ball really well and really squaring it up. Vasquez, certainly, Nunez, Mookie Betts, Rafael Devers. And that's with Pedroia on the DL.
Yeah, this is confidence builders big time. This club should be feeling good about themselves offensively.
A ball, 2-1. Good to see Joe Kelly throw the ball so well. If you look at Dustin Pedroia, after tweaking the knee, Joe Kelly made his first rehab appearance last night against Syracuse for the Paw Sox. Perfect 7th inning, 8 pitches. Looking forward to seeing him back over the weekend. Runner goes. Here's the throw down to second base. It skips a stolen base. He's going to hold there. Red Sox running early. That's his second steal off of Narvaez.
Narvaez hasn't really thrown that well. I know it's only been 2 throws. Both those throws have been in the dirt way before the bag. And I'll tell you what, the Red Sox, the kind of team they are this year, they're going to take advantage of it. And there's no need to stop. It's 6-2. It's early. Just run. Didn't look like it felt very good.
Number 10 for Andrew Benintendi. Play on, but he'll dive back in safe. Red Sox, when scoring at least 4 runs, have won 82% of their games this season. They've gone 54-12. And have 6 already tonight.
You know, the big thing the Red Sox have been missing is the home run and the 3-run home runs they had the other night, right? Vasquez got one, and Moreland, I thought that was the biggest home run of the night. I know the game winner was, but 5-0 got him right back in that game.
It did. Came early. 3-2. I mean, you're sitting there and with Chris Sale on the mound, you're down 5-0 if the Red Sox,
and Carrasco, right?
Against Carrasco is a darn good pitcher. Well, Chris Sale didn't blame anybody but himself. He said he just had a bad night. He didn't throw the ball well. Didn't put the blame anywhere else but on himself.
And Encarnacion got him for a 2-run Johnson to make it 7, right? 7-5 at the time.
No decision for Sale. 3-2. He spoiled that one.
Well, he left that over too. I mean, whew. He's thrown a lot of hanging breaking balls. Betts already lost one. You see this one just spinning.
You know, at the moment
yeah.
it leaves your fingertip, you're like,
oh
man.
Yeah. You just hope he misses it. You know, you got to get lucky sometimes. Come on. You can't hit everything out. I mean, that's the kind of, when you're going bad, and not to say anything about Porcello, but when you're going bad, he can't make a mistake, Porcello, and it's the ball's out of the ballpark. That game he pitched against Anaheim, California Angels, he gave up 3 solos. I mean, so made 3 mistakes, he loses the game.
Although really threw the ball well.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people will say, well, they gave it 3 home runs. They were leadoff home runs in every inning.
I pitch good. I got away with murder sometimes. That's how it's part of the deal here.
3-2 popped him up on the infield. Shortstop Anderson back into left. And 2 down. And Ramirez next. Well, Think Energy, powering Fenway, and a smart choice to power your home. Visit thinkenergy.com to enroll today. 2 more runs in. Red Sox hit 6-2. Brings up Hanley for the second time. He's doubled in a run and scored himself. Hit one of the warning track in center field. It was an unusual fly ball because Engel, the center fielder, thought the ball was going off the wall.
You think he pulled up? I mean, because the ball was what, halfway into track, 1 hop, right?
You know, it was over 400 feet when it landed.
Right. The way he played it, I thought it was gone.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Gone or off the wall. And it dropped onto the warning track. Not to say he would have caught it, but he gave up on it pretty soon.
He caught Jackie's ball at the wall, which is, when you think about it.
No. Benintendi at second. Base hit could make it 7-2. Crowd would like that to happen. 2 down.
He's trying to make his fastball set up that breaking ball, but he's had a spinner all night.
Gonzalez now 33 years old from Mexico. He's got a split change, a slider curve, a cutter to lefties. Play on again. Done that a couple of times with Andrew Benintendi.
You think Ricky Henderson was at second, don't you? 2 pickoff plays.
He's fallen behind Hanley Ramirez. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 away. A home run in the inning by Mookie Betts. A home run in the first inning by Rafael Devers.
He's afraid to challenge anybody here.
They've got rain in Baltimore tonight. The game's being held up. The Orioles and the Tigers.
It always rains in Baltimore.
Doesn't it in the summertime?
Yeah.
Virtually every time the Red Sox go to Camden Yards in the summertime, you're going to have a rain delay. Another 3-0 to Hanley. Went for it, 3-1, and fouled it off himself. He's in some pain.
No, luckily that ball was inside, but not for Hanley. That's why he drilled it off his leg. The little 2-seamer running back in.
Hanley's one of those rare hitters who doesn't wear anything down there. So he takes a pounding. Benintendi leading off second. Good count here. Three and 2.
Well, that was gutsy. That's the best fastball he's thrown. 93 with a little sink on it. He swung over the top of it. I thought he's leaving earth right there. He got kind of tied up a little bit.
Red Sox have been scoring runs as of late. Trying to get another one in. Here comes the 3-2 from Miguel Gonzalez. And a pop-up foul off first base. Abreu ranging over and lunges in but can't get it. Right between the camera well and the tarp.
It's an out in Oakland.
Awfully nice here. Picked up a piece of that camera and handed it back to the cameraman down there. Chatted with him. Mike Ivins.
Ooh.
This is just good manners. You know, you knock something off the shelf and here you go. Sorry about that. Three and 2 on Hanley. And the payoff, little roller on a check swing. Moncada will throw, close, safe. Here comes the run. Throw home. He's safe. Benintendi. Boy, an outstanding play by Benintendi on a little check swing roller.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at this. This is a close play. Moncada, look where he's playing up the middle, and he check swing perfectly hitting the hole. He's got to hurry up and throw it. Boom, he does. He is safe to play at the plate, and he goes in. He's easy too. This is a really close play, but he's in.
He is
safe.
Renteria's not out to take a look at it. He's out to take his pitcher out.
Can't put him there either.
And Fonte coming in. Red Sox have taken a 7-2 lead. And Ramirez beating it up the line and beats out an RBI single. And that's all for Gonzalez. Tonight at Fenway Park, the right-hander Miguel Gonzalez, who had been 4-0 lifetime at Fenway, 2.59 ERA. The Red Sox have jumped on him for 7 runs, 7 hits. And here comes Infante out of the bullpen with 2 down, and Devers swings and lofts a fly to left. Delmonico on the move, and oh, didn't get it. Hanley into third. They're going to try and score him. Here's the cutoff throw to the plate, the tag, and he is out at home. So that will retire the side. Ramirez nailed at home plate on a ball Delmonico did not catch in left field off the bat of Devers.
Boy, this is ugly.
Had all sorts of trouble with it, but the Red Sox do not benefit. The Sox do have a 7-2 lead at Fenway. Ballpark at the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, the first aid station. That's behind Section 12 in the lower concourse. Visit bidmc.org. The Red Sox get some runs for right-hander Rick Porcello tonight. 7 up there. They did charge an error, as they should have, on Delmonico moments ago. On a fly ball to left field. In there for a strike.
You know, talk about 2 outs and runners going. Ramirez, this is routine. Got away from him. Don't see that every day.
Garcia 0 for 1. He has flied out to left. And we talked about the wind. It was about 11 to 12 miles an hour when the ball game got underway. May have played a bit of a role. I agree with you. That's pretty routine.
But that's funny that right down that line, though, you know, in Fenway Park, it gets up over the seats, and then it has a, you know, kind of comes back a little bit, trying to give the guy a break out there.
Line into left center, base hit. So Garcia's on. Porcello could really use a shutdown inning, couldn't he?
He's not on top of his game tonight. In last inning, he was scuffling, you know, command-wise. Just unlike him, you know. Tonight, that shutdown inning, he gave up 2, so he desperately wants to get an inning where he shuts him down.
Yolmer Sanchez 0 for 1 with a fly to center. He's got 6 triples. He can run a bit. Very aggressive, popped it up. Bogart's out, coming on Benintendi, and Benintendi will grab that for the first out in the third. Saturday, Andy Brickley takes to the green with Bruins head coach Bruce Cassidy at Kernwood Country Club in Salem, Mass. Catch an all-new On Course with Andy Brickley Saturday night, 5:30, before Red Sox pregame coverage. Brought to you by Foxwoods Resort Casino, the official resort casino of the Boston Red Sox. Abreu is 0 for 1. The Cuban-born slugger, who views Moncada, we're told, as a little brother. Both of them from Cuba.
To me, the power to right center, sets him apart. Not apart from Moncada, but apart from a lot of power hitters. A lot of guys can yank it out of here, but he can drive it out of here.
He's hit 19 home runs. He's driven in 68 on a ball club really scuffling. He's really improved at first base too. He's putting in a lot of work there. Garcia at first. Porcello looking for a double play ball here, but he's just gone to 3-0 on Abreu.
Yeah, it's just not real sharp. A couple ugly breaking balls and then a fastball out of the zone. At the same time, you don't want to necessarily groove anything right here. You got, even though Moncada's coming up, this is the guy. This is their biggest force they have. I wouldn't let this guy beat me.
Three and one.
Be surprised if he throws him another fastball. Keep it down.
That'd be a wise choice with the runner going. Cut on and miss. Here's the throw. Not going to get him. Garcia with the thefts.
He did throw him a fastball, and he was off to the races. He can run too, Garcia. Fastball, he swings through it right there too. Oof. Took a while for him to release it. He's safe easy at second. Kind of surprised he missed that 3-1 fastball.
It was pretty center cut.
Yes.
But got it by him, and now trying to put away Abreu. And does. Well, he went right back to number one, and he struck him out.
It's almost like he was looking for a breaking ball and threw him two fastballs. A little trickster.
Struck him out twice. We want to extend our best wishes to all riders and volunteers participating in the 38th annual Pan Mass Challenge this weekend. If you want to support a rider or make a general donation, go to pmc.org. Red Sox presenting sponsor, and Team 9 will be participating for the 15th year. Good luck and safe riding. Now, Porcello has fanned Abreu twice. There were 16.67 strikeouts a game in the majors in July. That broke the all-time record for the highest monthly average of strikeouts per game, which was set in June. That broke the record that was set in May. That broke the record that was set in April.
So everybody's striking out at least once an inning just to stay in shape all year long.
And the April record broke the last month of last season.
So it's just progressively every month more and more.
Yep.
Isn't this fun?
So the last 5 baseball months have produced the all-time top 5 strikeout per game averages all time. 1-2 on Moncada. So you're a strikeout guy. To what do you attribute that to?
Everybody trying to leave. Everybody's just leaving Earth with 2 strikes. They don't care if they strike out, pretty much.
And I think it goes back to the shift.
So that what you're trying to hit it hard, right? I mean, to me, you got to cut your swing down. That's the only way. You're not going to punch out.
But hitters don't want to ground into shifts like this, so they are cutting under the ball
to lift.
To lift, and you're right. They don't care if they strike out.
The launch angle. Everybody's trying to lift.
That's exactly right. One man's opinion. 3-2 to count on Moncada. Hit .211 while with the Red Sox in 8 games last year. before becoming the major piece the White Sox wanted in exchange for Chris Sale. Coming to the Red Sox, the 3-2. And he walks him. So he's walked him twice.
Man, he's so patient. What is this?
Runners at first and second. Delmonico next.
You wonder if Moncada had got the start that Devers had, if they had gotten rid of him. You wonder, but sort of the way it goes. Timing of it all. You know he's going to be a great player. Just how great, you just don't know.
With the Red Sox, his problem was he could not hit the breaking ball at the major league level, and once they found that was an issue, that's all he got.
Did he ever?
Scouting report on him this year is it's the changeup, the straight change.
Oh,
There's
no.
a drive to right field. That one socked by Delmonico deep into the corner and gone. Another home run allowed by Rick Porcello, a 3-run homer. Red Sox scoring runs for him tonight, but Delmonico just hit his first major league home run. And that'll make it a 7-5 game.
Isn't that crazy? This is really crazy. You know, this is going to happen. You throw a hanging hook like this. I mean, just a roller is what it was. And he doesn't miss it. He doesn't miss it. This guy's best bolt. 2 guys on, it hurts.
We'll see if John Farrell starts to get his bullpen going. And there are 2 down, but base hit, walk, 3-run homer. Delmonico with number 1 to make it 7-5.
Boy, he punches out Abreu, and then this happens 2 batters later.
Saladino has an RBI single. Red Sox scoring 7 runs tonight to this point, but now it's a 2-run game. And a ground ball into right field, base hit, no one warming up yet. Saladino is 2 for 2. Wouldn't you think someone would start to warm up?
You would think he's trying to give him some rope is what he's trying to do. I mean, this has been a guy that's given him 6 innings every start. But he's late. Saladino, he's late. Looking for a high fastball. He doesn't throw it where he wants to, but still, guy gets a hit like that, you're not real happy about it. He's trying to throw a fastball up out of the strike zone. He leaves it out over the middle, and he's late on a fastball. Base hit.
Red Sox will at last get the bullpen going. CVS Health is investing $50 million over 5 years to extend their commitment to helping people lead tobacco-free lives and move us one step closer toward a tobacco-free generation. Learn more at cvshealth.com/be-the-first. So a scuffling Rick Porcello in the inning, a base hit, a walk, a 3-run homer, another base hit. He's walked Moncada twice, and he has scored twice.
Yeah, that walks. That's just unlike him. And Moncada being so patient is beyond me.
Tim Anderson, a batter here, has an RBI on the ground out. You touched on it early, Eck. I mean, he's thrown 61 pitches and only 33 strikes.
Yeah, that's not him at all.
And Rick Porcello is nothing if not a strike thrower.
Well, part of it, you're thinking he's facing this lineup that everybody swings, right? They don't walk. They just don't walk. Although Moncada did, and that hurt. But it's more than that. He's just not that sharp.
Two down.
Oof.
So Blaine Boyer throwing in the pen. Porcello's pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. 2 2/3 and 5 earned runs. Saladino on at first. Tried to hold up, and he went, and that is strike 3. They appeal to first base ump Hudson, rung him up. So Porcello is out of the inning, but not before surrendering 3 more. And this is tightened up 7-5. pitching line, which is brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers. The starter for the White Sox already knocked out of the game after an inning and 2/3, 7 hits, 7 earned runs, including a pair of home runs. Mookie Betts got him, so did Rafael Devers, but now it's a 7-5 game. White Sox battling back. Xander Bogaerts to lead off here in the 3rd. 0 for 1 with a fly to right. Mitch Moreland on deck, and then Christian Vasquez. And this against Gregory Infante. So the Red Sox have to keep on scoring. Ball is flying here.
It's carrying all right.
Pops that one up into left center. Out goes Anderson. In comes Delmonico. 1 man gone.
You know, Dave, I had this surprise waiting for you, and you said it was your birthday, and I said, well, we better hurry up and get it. It was sitting back there.
You've been baking all day, Yak. Thanks so much.
Oh man, happy birthday to be 54 again.
Yeah,
huh? it's a beautiful
it's a great feeling. Yeah, these look pretty good. We all have to have.
I will.
Yeah.
I promise.
And
it's your birthday. I'll eat sugar anytime it's somebody's birthday.
Great. You were slaving over a stove all day.
Yes. Beautifully
done. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Moreland is 0 for 1. He's grounded out to short. You remember how when you were a kid and you had a birthday, how joyful the morning was? I mean, you couldn't wait to get out of bed, fly downstairs, and see what the day would bring.
Yeah.
I did not have that sensation today. Oddly enough, I didn't.
You know, I feel, my birthday is always early October, and everybody's worried about baseball. We're going to playoffs, this and that. I say, hey, what about me?
What about me over here?
They could care less about me. We're trying to get to the playoffs, man.
Now, the thing I'm most grateful for, I was born on my dad's birthday.
Oh, really?
And that was the cool thing. It was like when my dad was around, when he was alive, got a chance to celebrate my birthday with my old man.
That's cool.
We shared a cake, and it was the greatest feeling in the world because that was me and my pop. It was just great. 2
of my kids are the same day.
Is that right?
My son and my daughter are the same day. 14 years apart.
That's just lucky.
And she was saying, I hope you don't have a girl, because she was the oldest. And then she said, no, it's a boy. She's cool with it.
A lot of people say, oh, you probably don't want to be born on your dad's birthday or anybody else in your family because you have to share a birthday. And that's the greatest thing in the world.
Of course.
When it's your dad's, the greatest thing in the world. 1-2. He had a notion, but he held off with the red-hot Christian Vasquez on deck.
This 7-5, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
It was comfortable for a short period for the Red Sox, but not anymore. Red Sox just played a game like this on Tuesday because that one's fouled away.
You wonder how his toes feel, and he doesn't. I saw him talking on an interview. It still seems like it's not 100%. The way he says, whatever.
He was 2 for 5 on Tuesday with a home run, drove in 3. And he's going to take that one in there for strike 3 as Jerry Lane will ring him up. Jerry in the slow lane. Shop Jordan's Furniture now and save twice the sales tax on anything you buy. Get up to 72 months, no interest, with equal payments and no minimum. See Jordans.com for details.
Happy birthday. I see it happy.
Only it's for Tom Brady. Believe me, I'd do the same thing. Tom Brady, 40. He's going to play like 7 more years. The rest of the NFL loves hearing that.
Just don't get ahead of yourself. 1 year at a time.
Oh, I know.
What I mean, I've been there, man. It starts 40. That's when it starts, gets tougher. But he's like in like serious shape and how he eats and all that.
If there was any hint of a fall off last year, I mean, the slightest hint.
Yes.
It was the opposite. I mean, he was as good as anybody.
Right.
Better. If he'd been allowed to play all the games.
Yeah, that wasn't nice.
Vasquez with a base hit and a run in the second. Red Sox ahead 7-5. Game 1 of 4 with the Chicago White Sox. And the Sox hit the road. Back-to-back series inside the division against the two teams chasing them, Tampa Bay and the Yankees. And loop foul over near the Red Sox dugout.
Staring at this cupcake. I'm going to kill one of these cupcakes, and I'm going to get wired because I don't eat a lot of sugar.
No, you don't.
I try not to.
Yeah, some of us do. And I would say this, that if you really like one of the vanilla ones, go for a chocolate. You know.
But I like the vanilla.
We have two of those then.
Okay, but I don't like chocolate.
Well, then I'll have the chocolate one.
I'm going to have that one.
That's got your name on it.
Yeah, it's going to be gone.
You're like 4 years old.
I know. It doesn't happen every day.
No. Very nice gesture. Thanks for doing that. I get into an elevator with Tom Brady in an office building about 4 months ago.
Really?
I did. And he got in, and you know what he asked me? He said, "Which floor?" I said 12. But I wasn't going to 12. I was going like 6. Just wanted to say it. It was great. He was terrific. Couldn't have been nicer.
Were you like a green fly?
Oh yeah, pretty much. Up the middle, Moncada lost the handle on it. So Vasquez will have himself.
That's a hit.
A base hit, you have to think, and if so, he's 2 for 2. He is.
That is branch work. He's living in it. How about this little chopper up the middle? I'm telling you can't get a hit up there, but Vasquez can. This would have been a great play. I mean, it would have been an easy play to make. That's why it's got to be a hit, even though he bobbled it.
So Infante not able to get out of the inning. Vasquez continues to rack up the hits. That brings up Jackie Bradley. Hit the ball deep to center field his first time up. It was caught on the warning track by Engel. And there's a base hit into right field. Vasquez advancing to second. He'll put on the brakes. As the throw comes to third base. So a 2 down. The Red Sox with back-to-back hits that'll get the inning to Mookie Betts.
Jackie's not wasting any time. He gets another fastball. He's all over it. It's like a 2-seamer, but it doesn't really go run. He goes out there and gets it and hooks it into right field. He stung that ball.
Now Mookie Betts already with a 2-run homer tonight. No doubter down the left field line. His 18th of the year. As he continues to lead the Red Sox in home runs and RBIs, as well as stolen bases. Right now you have to think Mookie is the one guy who's going to drive in 100 runs. Now it's 69 RBIs here in early August. Unless someone else gets really hot behind him.
Last time up, he get the slider that he got. He just loses this thing, and you know he knows it's gone. Bat boy, get my bat, and it's way over everything.
Trying to add to his RBI total tonight with 2 down.
It's really unusual having a leadoff hitter drive in 100 runs. He did it last year, but he went back and forth, right? I mean, he ended up, what, batting third or fourth, right?
Yep. I still wonder if that's a decision that John Farrell will make in the coming days to drop him.
I thought it might happen, but all of a sudden you see what's been going on with Nunez and Devers. I didn't expect that.
I think that's probably more to the point. Those guys are swinging the bats so well.
But
Devers has moved up. Nunez is settling in. Pedroia is not even in the lineup right now.
Right. So when he comes back, then it's different. Pedroia was batting third. As soon as he batted third, he was starting to go yard too.
And he drove in 29 runs in 27 games. Dustin Pedroia. Hottest hitter the Red Sox had. Try to hold up, look like a swing and a miss, and indeed it will be strike 3, and that'll retire the side. That's all for the Red Sox. 7-5. The
Yay.
Sox have the lead. We're the Candles. We don't want anyone to get hurt. We have fire codes here.
We're going to eat.
And we're going to eat. You're going to eat that vanilla one. Rick Porcello back out there trying to give the Red Sox a little bit of length tonight, but it's 7-5. The Red Sox lead cut down to 2. He did have a quick start tonight. He got the first 3 batters in the first inning, but second inning a walk, 2 base hits, 2 runs. In the third inning, 3 runs on 3 hits, including another walk. Trying to pull it together here tonight. Routine ground ball to Moreland. He'll do it himself for the out. 1 gone here in the top of the 4th. Let's get it back to the studio. Casey, what is going on in the world of social media tonight?
Guys, the Sox game last night was postponed, but not for about 2 hours and 8 minutes. The Cubs and the Diamondbacks, they had a rain delay today, and it was not lost on them at all. They were really entertaining themselves. Let's take a look at this tweet. I don't know where they have these masks stashed in the bullpen, but this went back and forth, these bullpen dance competitions. They were skits and they were pretty coordinated. We're going to have more and video of it coming up in the 5th inning. Dave Eck.
All right, Casey, thank you very much. Obviously, Eck, those guys have a lot of free time in their
Well,
hands.
first of all, it's not like before. They're not down the right field line or the left field, whatever side they're on, the left field line anymore, right? They go underneath. They put the bullpens underneath. And then, so I've seen a lot of that this year. Every time somebody hits a home run, they're out there dancing in there. It's like,
Is it just me, or are the masks a little unnerving?
that's a little, yeah.
A little bit creepy.
But no one can see them do that. They're just, hidden back there. So they're getting carried away. Lester hit a home run the other night, right? Which he hasn't done. And
right.
they panned the bullpen again. They're dancing around.
Fouled away. What a fine catch made up in the State Street Pavilion. Look at this. That's a grab, man. Very smooth.
He'll never leave his glove home after that, huh? I mean, what do you think you're going to get a ball up there?
Angle to be followed by Lurie Garcia.
He's pretty cool about it too, isn't he? Like, no big deal.
Yeah, like I expected this.
Come
That's
on.
why we got tickets up here. 3-2 on Angle. Very, very smooth.
Very.
The payoff pitch to the number 9 hitter, and roped foul.
Boy, he had to lay it in there, and he did. He roped it.
Nice comfortable night here at the ballpark. Temperatures in the 70s now. Red Sox had 7-5 in the 4th. And a little floater into right. Mookie Betts coming on. 2 up and 2 down. He needs a 1-2-3 inning. Time now for our Granite City Electric poll question. Should Major League Baseball have a time limit for rain delays before postponing a game? Text 1 for yes, text 2 for no. Text or answer 536-536. Message and data rates may apply. 1 message per vote.
I guess it gets crazy sometimes. The Yankees were in like a 4-hour rain delay, right? In between the 6th inning or whatever it was. It was unbelievable.
3 hours and 11 minutes.
Is that what it was?
But we've sat through longer ones. I don't know, let's say you put a limit, you cap it at 2 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's called regardless of what the forecast is. What if the forecast says it's going to clear up in 2 hours and 10 minutes?
Huh.
And the game's going to be played. But you've already canceled it. Because you voted for that silly rule.
They've canceled games before, and the sun was out when everybody was leaving.
True. 0-2 breaking ball hammered foul by Garcia. A single, a stolen base for him tonight. He's 1 for 2.
Tomorrow at 6:30, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU. Adam Pellerin, Jim Rice, and Lenny Donato will preview tomorrow's starter Eduardo Rodriguez. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
Garcia could not hold up. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Porcello bounces back. And he gets him 1-2-3. Red Sox on top here, 7-5 in the 4th.
everybody, where the Red Sox lead the Chicago White Sox 7-5 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And I had a chance to, busy morning for myself and Casey McDonald, had a chance to visit the Dana-Farber Pediatric and Adult Clinics earlier today ahead of the Jimmy Fund Telethon, which is August 15th and 16th. Nesson, of course, a huge sponsor as part of that with WEI. And there are a few of our friends there, Cassidy, Carter, Aaliyah, Adnan. And we met 91-year-old Pat Mucci. He's from East Boston, guys, and he says he's been a Red Sox fan since grammar school. He used to walk home, stop and watch the games in front of a bar as a grammar school kid, and he said he's been a Red Sox fan ever since. Pat Mucci from East Boston, and he loves you guys, by the way.
Oh, we love Mucci. Mucci's the man. Thanks, Jemai. I'll be headed tomorrow over to Dana-Farber and myself. Yep.
Oh, good.
I think you and I went last year.
Right
around Jimmy Fund time, and had a tremendous time. It was.
And that's coming up quick, huh? That's who's in. Oh, Cardinals are in town for that, right? 15th and 16th.
Yes, that is correct. I'm really looking forward to it. In fact, Anna Pellerin and I are heading tomorrow. There's a high fly, pretty well struck. Delmonico back at the track, leaping up. He can't get it. Off the wall, and it's another double for Benintendi. Very encouraging for Andrew tonight. His second double, and he's been on base 3 times.
Boy, the ball is carrying tonight. Fastball down and away, kind of running a little bit. He goes down and gets it, drives it. Not an easy pitch to drive the other way. It looked like he skied it, but the Delmonico had a tough time with it. It was going to hit the wall. He tried to make a weak attempt at it, but double there for Benintendi.
10 hits already for the Red Sox. 3 doubles, 2 home runs for Boston. That sends up Nunez, an RBI single in the first inning. 1 for 2. The offense has come to life here in recent games. Popped up back toward the box seats. That'll make the seats. David Holmberg now throwing in the bullpen, the left-hander for Chicago. 7 runs, 10 hits for the Sox, 5 runs, 5 hits for Chicago.
Not an easy job for Renteria this year.
You know, he had the Cubs job before Joe Madden.
Yeah, that wasn't pretty the way that ended, but I felt bad for him at the time.
Had it briefly. Wound up going from the north side to the south side of Chicago.
Great baseball man.
Yeah, he's a good dude too. I knew him in his playing days with the Marlins. He was an outstanding pinch hitter. Really good. They call him the secret weapon down there. Now Nunez looking to pick up his second hit of the ball game. And the 1-1 pitch from Infante. Roped foul. You go back now. Since the second game of the Kansas City series, the Red Sox have scored 9 runs, 3, 6 runs, 12 runs, and now 7 tonight.
This is what should happen in Fenway Park.
Red Sox with a home record of 32-20. Same home record the Yankees have. Yankees are on the road tonight. They went to Cleveland after their long day of baseball and rain yesterday. Of course, the Indians were here and were rained out. They went right back home, and now Cleveland has a 2-0 lead on New York in the 5th inning.
Yeah, that's Kluber is who it is, and he has been dazzling.
Andrew Benintendi at second with nobody out. Got a piece. The Sox have already knocked the starter out of the ball game. Miguel Gonzalez, an inning and 2/3, 7 runs, 7 hits. Benintendi started it with a first inning double, then Nunez singled, then Ramirez doubled, then Devers clubbed a home run. that at the crack of the bat looked like it might go to the warning track. It wound up in the monster seats.
It really did.
Just an idea of his outstanding power.
I think he missed it and hit
he
it out of
here. He didn't even hit it that good. You're right. Or that well. Well enough, as it turns out, his third home run. To the shortstop, trying to move up is Benintendi. He's going to be cut down. That's a base running mistake.
He's trying to be aggressive, but he knows that's a no-no.
So Benintendi out at third base. It did not get through.
Yeah, and he hit it hard right in front of him. Obviously, you do not move. Ball's in front of you. You do not go to third.
Well, not a close play.
They've had some runners thrown out at the bases this year. You can't deny that. That's just a mistake.
Pretty sure the Red Sox lead the majors in that category.
Yeah, they do. That's, you know, aggressive is one thing. That's just a mistake.
Well, you're already in scoring position. You know, at second base.
Yep.
So here comes Hanley with a double and a single. He has 2 RBIs tonight. Sox in front 7-5. For every RBI hit by a Franklin family batting glove member this season, Franklin Sports is donating to the Red Sox Foundation's RBI program to help revitalize baseball and softball in our inner cities. Franklin Sports, a proud partner of the Red Sox Foundation and Major League Baseball. One down, and Nunez becoming the runner at first base. That one in and out of the mitt of the catcher, Narvaez.
Well, I'll tell you, if you got guys that can run, it's like, ooh, we're going to run here, we're going to run here. You got several guys in this club can run. This Nunez, I'm telling you, Nunez, I've always thought he was special as far as running. You don't see a lot of guys like that because he never hit third, so you don't have to worry about him running in front of the cleanup hitter.
He's already stolen his 21st base of the season tonight. He's holding, and the pitch is inside on Hanley.
Nunez was in New York. He finally got a chance to play when he went to Minnesota. Made the All-Star team one year, didn't he?
Well, you listen to Bruce Bochy, who was his manager in San Francisco, talk about him as he, the trade was completed and he was packing up his stuff and headed to Boston. And he said, he's had a great year for the Giants, and
it's hard to do. Yeah.
Very sad to see him go. And was lauding all of the different things he could do. The positions he could play, the offense,
in that and then that situation that they were in, what, 25 games under 500?
Yeah.
And he came over in a trade for them to try to shore up things for them in that playoff run they had last year.
The Giants are 35 games out of first place.
That's crazy.
As the Dodgers are running away from the National League West with 75 wins already. Line shot, dropping. Oh, what a play by Delmonico. Fine catch as he dove and he held on to it. Wicked line drive by Hanley, but stolen by Delmonico.
See him going to the diver. I thought he hurt himself a little bit, but he ends up holding on to it. Cradles that thing.
He's had an eventful night.
Hasn't he? The ball up that wall was tough on him. He doesn't know what to do out there. It's not an easy place to play. You haven't been here.
Yep.
Rookie.
Been charged with an error too. No, Renteria coming out. That does it for Infante. Bullpen gate is open. They'll bring in the left-hander Holmberg for Devers, who's already homered tonight. Red Sox leading it 7-5 in the fourth inning. We'll return to Fenway with more in just a moment. Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. In the box, Rafael Devers, runner at first base. Nunez back in. Red Sox ahead 7-5 here in the fourth. They bring on the left-hander. For Holmberg, 7 of his last 9 appearances have been scoreless. Overall, a .354 ERA. Sox up by 2, 2 down. That is the margin of the Devers home run in the first inning. It also reached on an error on the drop by Delmonico. It'll lay off and it's wide for ball 1.
Holmberg, he started a game against us earlier in the year. Didn't go far enough because they brought him out of the bullpen. They were in a jam, I think. They couldn't find a starter. Long time ago.
These cold hard facts are brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. Entering tonight, Devers, 20 years, 283 days. He's 12 for 28. According to Elias, that's the second most hits ever by a Red Sox player through his first 7 major league games, trailing Olaf Henriksen, who had 14 hits in 1911.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot of that because he's 20 years old. This is the first time that's a beautiful thing.
Let me tell you, Olaf is not safe. He is not safe.
A lot of guys aren't safe right now, the stuff he's doing.
Two and 1. Devers with his 3rd major league home run in the first inning. Hitting .433 at the moment. 2 and 2.
That little 86 ate him up. That little two-seamer running down and in. That slider on his mind.
And the left-hander's 2-2. Little dribbler foul to hang in there. We talked about the schedule to come. The White Sox here for 4. Red Sox go on the road to Tampa Bay and New York and then come home for 2 against the St. Louis Cardinals, former team for Joe Kelly, who's making his way back. Looks like Joe will be able to go over the weekend, the upcoming series, the upcoming games against the White Sox, and then Red Sox will have a couple of big weekends at home in August, including the Yankees and the Orioles.
Yeah, they took it easy with Joe Kelly the first half of the season, and then he goes and hurts his leg, of all things, right? Trying to be gentle with his arm, and he hurts his leg.
Getting healthy again. 2-2. And a full count on the rookie, Rafael Devers. But the Red Sox can get Kelly back 100% and get Carson Smith also back.
Yeah, we've been talking about that so long. It's too good to be true.
3-2, a lunge, and he protected there, fouled it away.
But that's a funky angle. We're going if he comes back, Carson Smith, that, you know, another dimension sort of out of the bullpen. It's one thing, all the gas that's coming out of there, right? Everybody throws hard. Everybody throws hard, and then Joe's going to go out there and throw his 100 and something.
Carson Smith with a filthy slider to go along with the heat, and he walked him. Another one of the very selective things about Devers has been how selective he's been. Let's go down to Jemai.
Well, Dave, as Rafael Devers makes his way on base once again, he's been one of the most productive hitters for these Red Sox since he's come up over these last 7 games. And his approach to success is like his approach at the plate. He tells me it's patience. He waits for things to come to him. And I asked him about batting 5th in the 5-hole today. He said it wasn't no added pressure to try to get on base. He said that he was just going to take each day and each at bat as it came. Also talked to hitting coach Chili Davis, and he told me the league doesn't know him yet, but based on the pitches that he's seen him take inside and out, he's going to continue to do some damage, as we saw him go over the fence once again in his professional career.
All right, Jemai, thank you very much. And Eck, it's interesting because you wonder, and you do with every young player who comes out of the minors and is hot like this and getting hits left and right, how much is his natural ability, and he had 20 home runs, 60 RBIs, hitting over 300 in the minor leagues, but how much is the natural ability? How much is the league has yet to figure him out?
That's it. The league has not figured him out yet. And that's the thing you worry about with a young player. You know, you don't want him to fail. That's why you're so thrilled that it started off so well. Because it's tough to fail in the big leagues. You fail in the big leagues, it's like, woo.
He's not coming near failing.
Yeah, he hasn't failed anywhere this year. I mean, he's feeling good. He's as confident. It's all about confidence, right? And his confidence is sky high. Why not?
On base for the 3rd time tonight brings up Xander Bogaerts, who has flied out on 2 occasions. Runners at 1st and 2nd, 2 away. Red Sox have had base runners in every inning. Nunez at 2nd, Devers at 1st.
This Holberg, he's a finesser, isn't he? He's on the verge of throwing salad, basically.
I'd really missed that, by the way.
I know, but I can't help it. It is what it is.
We hadn't had any salad for a few days.
No,
I'm
we haven't had it.
happy it's back.
It's back.
Moreland on deck. Left-hander will take his time out there with men on base. He's got a 3-0.
It's ugly.
Does he want any part of Xander Bogaerts with a lefty hitter on deck?
Are we going to see his cheese here, 3-0?
And Holmberg finally with a 3-0 pitch.
There it is.
87. First and second, the 3-1. And a strike. Drops in a curveball.
Of course.
At 72.
You wouldn't challenge somebody either if you had 87. You got to flip this thing in there 3-1.
You know, the runners can be on the move. Holmberg decides he's not going to throw. If baseball goes to the pitch clock next year, he's going to have to speed it up by about double.
He's trying to make you anxious, like, please throw it.
Runners take off. A swing and a line drive to right. Garcia will make the catch, though. Well hit, but for an out. And the Red Sox threaten, but will strand a couple of men. 7-5 Boston through 4. Back for the fifth inning. Red Sox ahead 7-5 over the Chicago White Sox. Rick Porcello deals a strike on Yolmer Sanchez. Hitless tonight. Flied out to center and flied out to left. Sox have out hit them 10-5. Porcello had a bounce back inning in the fourth inning. Heck, he desperately needed that. He got him 1-2-3.
Oh, he really needed it badly. It's hard to get your rhythm. And you think about it, we've been here 2 hours. You know, and he wants to get it and throw it. This guy throws strikes, and I was watching him warm up in between innings, and I was thinking to myself, man, it's hard to keep it together. These long innings.
No, we had one in between pitch sequence on Holmberg that went 53 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
Now he stepped off and he
threw over. Did he throw to second?
He threw to second base,
yeah.
But still that's almost a minute.
Yeah, bounce around.
Dribbler Porcello to get to it. A barehand off balance throw, and he throws it off the glove of Moreland. Scampering towards second, Sanchez. He went leaping over Moreland. He's into second base. So Porcello will commit the error. Probably a base hit and an E1.
Yeah, I think exactly what it'll happen. I thought he was going to make a great play here, but he's off balance and he tries to make a spectacular throw and he throws it away. Not an easy play at all. You think you can make it, though. He gets there in a hurry. He can't. You got to hurry up. That's a risk you take. Making a throw like that off balance.
Single error on the pitcher. And now their single most dangerous hitter coming up, and he represents the tying run. Even though the Red Sox have 7 runs tonight. Abreu with a couple of strikeouts, 0 for 2. There's one big fly away from tying this game. There's a squibber to first base. Moreland underhand flip. Porcello gets there. Down to third is Sanchez. That's about as gently as Jose Abreu can hit it.
I'll tell you what, 2 strikeouts and just a weak little squibbler, whatever you want to call that, slider at the end of the bat. I mean, he just barely gets a piece of it. That ball's got some serious spin on it. Look at this thing. Porcello hustling over there. I guess he did his job, Abreu. We got the runner over, but I don't think he wanted to do that.
And I like what you did there. You created a word when you said squibbler.
Yeah, there's no such thing.
It's a squibber and a dribbler, right? That's what he put them together. I think it's perfect.
This guy's a new one. I thought I've heard that before.
I'm going to call Webster's.
Squibbler.
You get a founding fee. Moncada with a couple of walks, and he has scored twice. Runner at third base, 1 down. Overshift around to the right on the former Red Sox, Yohan Moncada. Made a lot of friends on the south side of Chicago by hitting his first major league home run against the Cubs. He foul tips that one to the mitt.
There's that changeup.
Stay tuned after the third out of this half inning for the mid-fifth studio show with Casey and Mark. And a 1-1 from Porcello.
Got it in there.
Right in his kitchen.
You know he's going to follow up that changeup with some right on his hands.
Fernando Abad becomes the second Red Sox reliever to warm up tonight. Boyer did earlier when Porcello was in trouble in the third inning. But he got out of that inning. They settled down in the fourth. Now another hit and an error. Question now becomes, how long will John Farrell allow him to go? 88 pitches. Obviously hoping to get him through 5 innings. Check swing, good pitch.
Paint change.
He sits him down, and that's the book on Moncada right now. Throw him a changeup.
What a pitch. This is a great pitch. I mean, a paint changeup. You're not even trying to throw for a strike, and he throws it, dots it on the corner. Moncada been taking pitches all night. Perfect pitch.
So 5 strikeouts for Rick Porcello tonight. This guy's giving him some trouble, though. Delmonico, 2 hits, a single and a home run. His first major league home run in the 3rd inning. Into right field deep. Man at third base, 2 down. Right through there for a strike. Porcello with a lot of experience against Chicago in his career. This is 23rd major league start against them.
Once again in making pitches, trying to save that run. Man, he's pitched as good as he's pitched all night, these last 2 hitters.
So 1 and 2 runner at third. What was that conversation about? It was not about ice cream.
No, no. He wants to know exactly what he wants to do because he's got him set up. Wants to make sure we've got him set up for the thing that you want, that I want. Man.
That's a version of heaven right there. Well, he stayed away from that fastball. The count moves to 2-2.
The same way he pitched Makata. Showed him something upstairs. He'd thrown him in a ball on his hands and finished him off with a changeup. How's he going to do this?
His 94th pitch of the night. 3-2.
Well, this is a big pitch for him. He's trying to, this is it.
Trying to make it through 5.
Going there again.
Has a chance to pick up a win.
Change up.
He's had that working. The payoff, and pop foul out of play.
He's trying to finish him off just like Moncada. Threw him a strike because you don't want to change up normally. You don't want to throw it for a strike, but when you need to throw a strike. Gas him away.
3-2. Fouled it off the face mask of Vasquez to stay alive.
Ball just, wow, takes all the impact, I guess. That's easy for me to say. What do you got?
3-2 once again.
Got him.
And he struck him out. 94 to sit him down. And Rick Porcello pitching out of that situation, freezing a runner at third base. moment. I'm not 40, by the way. The Geico Red Sox moment. I'm 42. Lester, no decision, 5 innings, 4 strikeouts. Remember Adrian Beltre? 2 for 4 with a run. And Ortiz 3 for 5 with his 19th home run. Game number 109 of the 07 season. Our Geico Red Sox moment. So we're halfway through. Sox on top 7-5. Holmberg will continue to pitch. Not that quickly. Taking on Moreland, Vasquez, Bradley, the bottom third of the order here. And in there for a strike on Moreland. He's grounded out, struck out. More activity in the bullpen here for the White Sox. Brad Goldberg. Fly to dead away center field. That's deep. Bengal turning around. It sails. It is off the wall. Back into play. Picked up by the center fielder. Moreland just missed a home run. Another Red Sox double. Not far from leaving. I mean, just a few feet.
Yeah, a couple of feet. That's a great sign by Moreland. You talk about him staying back on a breaking ball and almost hits it out of here. Watch this, a little breaking ball, looking breaking ball, and you see him, he flipped that thing out there. He thought he had a chance when he looked at it. Double easy. Staying back. The ball is carrying tonight, though.
Really is. Well, look how close that was. Vasquez now looking to pick up the RBI. 22 doubles for Moreland. Christian tonight with a couple of singles. Well, his batting average is up to 286. There was a called strike from Jerry Lane, and Christian was not thrilled.
Well, he started the season off hot. Remember, he was just on fire. Everything was a hit early on.
Yes. He cooled off for a while. Now he's hotter now than he ever was.
Oh, yeah.
So he goes to the other side, backhanded by the first baseman. Play at first, close. He slides, and he's out. Down to third, Moreland. Vasquez retired.
Vasquez, you know, he can handle the bat, gives himself up. Should get some high fives over there. Close play there. He goes into the slide. Better than head first. I'll take that. But still. Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after the game. Adam Pellerin and Jim Rice will break down Rick Porcello's start. Whatever, whenever, wherever. Who but WB Mason?
Infield in now for the White Sox. Red Sox ahead 7-5, fifth inning. Jackie's gone 1 for 2, a base hit. He can make an out and drive in a run. Flies that one not deep. Charging on Engel. Still coming hard. Coming to make the catch. No chance to tag as the throw is a bit up the line, but Moreland back to third, and there are 2 down.
I thought that ball might fall in, but you can't send Moreland because he can't run very well at all. At first, the swing, you see how deep he's playing, and he doesn't get a good jump on it. Look, he turns around, goes back, and then almost made a huge mistake, but his momentum's coming in so well, you know, so much that bad throw, but Moreland, you just can't send him.
Engel caught up to a very shallow center field. So now Mookie Betts 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer, his 18th of the year, back in the second inning. And they're going to walk him. It'll be an intentional pass of Mookie Betts. The new rule where you don't have to throw the pitches. It's an automatic free pass.
Saved us a minute.
Don't worry, Holmberg will probably recover that minute because there are runners at first and third.
Yeah, you know, he's got to throw over at least 2 or 3 times.
Benintendi has not made an out tonight at the plate. 2 doubles, and he's been hit by a pitch. Stolen a base and scored 2 runs. And had some really good looking swings tonight.
Got to be looking breaking ball.
Throw number 1 from Holmberg. Betts at first base, Moreland at third. Sox now at 11 hits, so another double-digit hit night for Boston. And it's 0-1. Not been a long major league career for Andrew Benintendi, but in that career he's hitting .340 with runners in scoring position. That one sucked into left. That's dropping at a base hit. Moreland is in to score, and the Red Sox lead it 8-5. Benintendi building a big night. That's his third hit.
Well, that's got to help his confidence. 3 hits tonight, 2 doubles. You get an RBI there. Stayed on a breaking ball. You know he's got to be looking for it, but it's a good spot for it. He goes down there, stays down there, doesn't pull off. Take it.
That's against a left-hander as well.
Yes.
He's 3 for 3 and been on base 4 times. I think it's safe to say that Mr. Benintendi is out of his little skid there. He's just given the Red Sox an 8-5 lead. Brad Goldberg is coming on. They'll bring on a right-hander. And we'll take the break as well. 5-3 at Fenway. And is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Fenway all lit up here. Red Sox leading 8-5. The offense lighting up again with 12 hits to Chicago's 6. Benintendi with 3 hits. Mookie Betts with a home run. Rafael Devers with a home run. Hanley Ramirez has 2 RBIs. Christian Vasquez 2 more hits. So now it's Brad Goldberg coming out of their bullpen. Not gone well. Over 5 2/3 in 5 appearances. ERA up near 10.
Well, they're giving a lot of kids a chance this year. You're going to see a lot of names you've never heard of.
Nunez has gone 1 for 3 with an RBI single. He'll bat on the right side, hitting .480 with the Sox. And he'll take ball 1. Goldberg does throw hard. Speed on the bases for Boston in Betts and Benintendi. 1-1.
Pretty good fastball, 96. See a little slider, not bad either.
In 5 of his last 9 games, Nunez has at least 3 hits. He's gone 12 for 25 on the homestand. And another note on Nunez, the timing of the trade's working out so well for the Red Sox and for Eduardo. He came into the ball game leading all active hitters with a .370 lifetime average against the Chicago White Sox. So he might say this is his favorite opponent. And he just happened to be here at Fenway for 4 not long after the trade. And a bounder to Saladino, go the short way into second to retire the side. And that'll do it. Red Sox settle for the 1 on the RBI by Benintendi. 8-5 Red Sox. City Electric poll question. Should Major League Baseball have a time limit for rain delays before postponing a game? Kind of surprised at this. 73% of you say yes. Should be a time limit. You don't want to wait around. I don't know what that time limit should be, but you don't want to wait around. Can't blame you for that.
No.
Saladino leading things off. Rick Porcello going back out there for a 6th inning.
A little surprised. But he punched out 2 guys at the end of the inning. He pitched as good as he pitched all night last inning.
The last 2 innings, he does have 3 strikeouts. He's allowed 1 hit in those 2 frames. Here comes number 100. Limited tickets remain for James Taylor with Bonnie Raitt August 11. That's coming up. All part of the Plainridge Park Casino Fenway Concert Series. Get your tickets now at redsox.com/James Taylor. Be a terrific concert here at Fenway. 2-1.
Well, you sure aren't staying with him very long, that's for sure. You talk about a short leash.
If he walks Saladino here, you got to believe that John Farrell will go to the bullpen. Instead of fly ball, not deep. In comes Jackie Bradley. 1 man gone.
Stay tuned for Red Sox Final, presented by Plainridge Park Casino. Adam Pellerin and Jim Rice will have a recap of Sonny Gray's Yankee debut and previews tomorrow starter Eduardo Rodriguez.
Tim Anderson in next. He has produced an RBI with a ground out. He's also struck out 0 for 2. That went into the alley, giving chase Benintendi. It's between him and Bradley all the way to the wall. And to second base, Anderson with a double.
Yeah, you got to go get him, don't you?
I would agree.
Yeah.
John Farrell making the move. Well, it wasn't a vintage night for Porcello. It started that way. Got him 1-2-3 in the first inning. And he gave up 2 runs, 3 runs, settled in a little bit. Now the double. And he will not make it through 6 innings tonight. He goes 5 1/3. And out he comes. And gave up 5 runs, 7 hits. Abad will replace him. And we'll have more at Fenway in just a moment. Special health and wellness episode of NESN Clubhouse. We look at the newest technology keeping pitchers safe on the mound. Plus, Brock Holt takes the hot seat in Small Talk. Catch it Sunday at noon. An all-new NESN Clubhouse brought to you by Delta Dental of Massachusetts. Red Sox ahead 8-5. A double by Tim Anderson will produce a bullpen change here as John Farrell will bring on Fernando Abad, the left-hander, to face Narvaez, the catcher. 32 appearances for Fernando. Oftentimes we will see his eephus pitch at least once.
Yeah, we look forward to it, but he's not going to do it to a left-handed hitter. He's done a nice job against left-handers this year, holding to a 167. He's done a nice job overall.
I think he has. A little underrated. Sox bullpen in general.
Well, third in the world or in this league? I forget what it was.
In the majors.
In the majors.
Number 3 in ERA.
In the universe.
Cleveland, by the way, leading the Yankees 5-1 in the 8th inning. A lot of changes on this White Sox club from the last time the Red Sox saw them. With all the trades, Frazier and Robertson, Quintana, Cabrera. 1 ball and 1 strike on the number 8 hitter. 1-2. Eduardo Rodriguez on the hill tomorrow night, game 2 at 7:10. Red Sox and the Pale Hose. Carlos Rodon will pitch left-hander.
It's Chicago team. It's like September already, but it's only August 3rd. Some of these guys, one after another, you just have not heard of. Get a chance to make your mark, you got to make the most of it.
And Abad with a 2-2. Wave and a miss on the changeup. He got him. That was 69 miles an hour.
That's not the eephus, but that's close.
He can get it down to 58, he says.
How's he do that?
There comes John Farrell. Let's go to Jemai.
Well, guys, as you guys mentioned, Fernando Abad, he is a part of this bullpen that is number 3 in the majors. Hitters are averaging about 222 against him, but he told me that the eephus pitch has given him quite a bit of confidence. I asked him, how are you throwing this pitch? He said he really doesn't know. He said he kind of sets it up like a circle changeup, puts his fingers on it and just pushes it out, and it lands on its mark. He's hit 58 on this pitch, 61, and he's really fooled right-handers against him, and it's working out just fine for him. But that eephus, it's quite the deadly pitch, guys.
The last one, just a very good changeup to get the number 8 hitter. We'll take the break. It's Hembree coming on to replace him as Abad does his job. 8-5 Red Sox. Fenway Park, they have out-hit the White Sox 12-7. Fernando Abad just came on and whiffed the one man that he will face tonight. Now it's Engel, the next batter, up against Heath Hembree. His 48th appearance, a 1-3 record, and a 3.54 ERA for the hard-throwing righty.
Piece this inning together, one out by Abad, and then go straight to Hembree.
Engel with a couple of flyouts, one to center and one to right. Anderson on at second after his one-out double. Now come the bottom of the 6th inning, Sox will have up Ramirez, Devers, and Bogarts. Rafael Devers has blasted his 3rd major league home run in a little more than a week. And Hembree pitching with 2 down just misses.
The Angle this year has only been up 130 times, punched out 46 times, so he's a punch out waiting to happen.
He has been made busy tonight in center field by the Red Sox hitters. Tried to hold up, but that's a swing and a miss. 1-2. Red Sox got busy right away with 4 runs in the 1st inning and 3 more in the 2nd inning tonight. Added another in the 5th inning to lead 8-5. Crowd would like a strikeout.
See ya.
And that's in there, strike 3 at 98. To punch out Engel. That had some hair on it.
He got it.
8-5 Red Sox. Iced coffee is consistently smooth and delicious. The Red Sox run on Duncan. Hanley lifting a high fly ball into right field. Garcia's there, but to his right. And one away in the Red Sox sixth. Boston up by 3, 8-5. Devers will be next. And time for our Tools of the Trade, presented by DeWalt FlexVolt.
There's a high fastball to Devers, and you thought he just popped it up to left field, but he popped this ball over the Green Monster. 2-run home run. What a start for Devers.
DeWalt FlexVolt is the official power tool of the Boston Red Sox. So Rafael with a 2-run blast. He's reached on an error and taken ball 4. Andrew Benintendi has also reached base 4 times tonight. Devers trying to reach for the 4th time. Red Sox are getting on tonight and getting the runs in. And frankly, have been doing that for a little while now. And the 1-1 hit the other way. Down for it, Saladino. He's good fielding third baseman. 2 up and 2 down. Time for a game break, brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Here's our man, Adam Pellerin. Adam, thank you very much. So that could expand. Could go to 2 full games. It will if the Red Sox win this game. Xander Bogaerts now. He's gone 0 for 3.
And not going that good for the Yankees. You think about it. Everybody's all fired up saying, you know, they did the deals and they made their move, right? Sonny Gray is the big one. They gave up a lot for him, and you see what he did. Kluber's the story there. That guy's been on fire with the Indians.
Yeah, Corey Kluber outstanding again, and the Yankees have now lost 3 in a row. Going into play today, Todd Frazier hadn't done anything.
That's not surprising.
Backing up Anderson, lengthy throw, close, safe. Xander Bogaerts beat the wrap.
That had hit all over it.
You really did. Yeah, at the crack of the bat.
Yeah, you can't take your time with that. And good for Bogaerts, he gets a hit on this, but you'd think it's just a ground ball to short. He waits back on this thing. Wait back too long, then he winds up. No chance. Safe, easy.
So Xander Bogaerts is 1 for 4. Kind of play you see from a ball club that is 41 and 64.
Oh, hello. They're not a good defensive club at all. They're second to last in defense. Not that errors tell the tale necessarily, because that wasn't an error.
Moreland 1 for 3, a double. And he has scored a run tonight. Red Sox leading 8-5. And of course ruled an infield hit for Xander Bogaerts. 13 Boston hits tonight. It's unusual that this would happen because there was a rainout yesterday after the magnificent win on Tuesday, with all that emotion and the roller coaster nature of that game, but it feels like it's actually carried over to tonight despite the rainout yesterday. Slapped into left field. Delmonico back turning. That catches the line score, bounces right past him. Here comes Bogaerts. He's trying to score. The throw. He dives. He's safe at home. 9-5 Red Sox.
Boy, I tell you, Bogaerts was off to the races. He had to be to score on that play. He read it perfectly. Obviously, there's 2 outs. He's going on the play, but Moreland stung this ball. You knew it was going to be off the boards. You just knew it. And there he goes. He's gone. And he sees it right in front of him. But watch the ending to this play. This is a beautiful headlong dive. Inner part of the plate. Beautiful. Look at this. Look at this dive. I love it. Nicely done.
Xander churning home, and the Sox have a little more breathing room now. Extra base hit by Moreland. Moreland with his second double tonight.
See him get on that double kick he had earlier in the year.
Right. "23 of them. Red Sox have Addison Reed now throwing in the bullpen. Looking to make his second appearance out of the Sox pen with his new ball club. Vasquez has 2 more hits tonight. He's gone 2 for 3. Fouled at the plate. He's in some pain as he goes down.
See that two-seamer starts biting. There's no way nothing you could do with it except hit it off your shin. Ow.
Even though he's got that shin guard on.
I guess, thank goodness, but it still hurts.
You know, they don't even come out for catchers. They don't even bring the trainer out for
Isn't that the
catchers.
truth? I'm saying, you know, he's used to having shin guards.
And what do you have to do to yourself as a catcher when you're batting to bring the trainer out?
You ever seen catchers' shins? They're all purple,
Oh,
black,
no,
and blue.
it's
They're brutal.
terrible.
It's sickening.
The beating they take.
I'm telling you, it's ugly.
And yet, you know, it's kind of routine. I'm kidding, of course. If he was anywhere close to an injury, the training staff, which is a marvelous staff for the Red Sox, would be out there in 2 seconds. But they expect the catcher to recover fast, don't they? The 1-1.
Boy, he looks hitterish, right? When guys get confident, man, they're different at the plate.
He has that look right now, Christian Vasquez. There's an RBI opportunity here. There are 2 down. Up the middle. Backed up by Moncada. He'll throw and he'll get him. A glancing blow off the pitcher. And off the ricochet gets the out. They say he is playing tremendous second base. He's showing it. 9-5 Red Sox.
The first inning is where all the explosions started. You talk with Benintendi, gets a split finger, hits it to the triangle out there for a double, then a hanging slider there by Nunez, base hit, RBI, and then Ramirez gets a hanging slider. He hits a one-hop off the center field fence. That scores Nunez, and then the kid, Devers, his home run. High fastball, thought he popped it up. Yes, he did. Two-run dinger. 4-0 Red Sox in the first.
Sox would add 3 more in the second. And in each of the last 2 innings, solo runs to lead it 9-5. That'll bring on Addison Reed's second appearance since being traded from the Mets to the Red Sox, his 49th overall. And a ground ball on one pitch. He'll get it out. Moreland gets to the bag in front of Garcia. That's a fast out.
Garcia's been swinging the first pitch all night.
He's 1 for 4. So the man gone. Sanchez will be next. MLB.com at bat is your #1 mobile app for live Red Sox baseball. Get Red Sox home screen icons, app features, and more. Download MLB.com at bat today. Dennis Eckersley, Dave O'Brien, and Jemai Webster with you. Real nice night here at Fenway, and the Sox have 14 hits. Closing in on another double-digit run-scoring performance.
Well, this offense needed to get it rolling. You know, it's just sputtering. After the All-Star break, you know, the 3 out of 4 they lost in Tampa before the break. And the Yankees, how many innings in a row with the Yankees? What was that, 20-something innings or didn't get anything?
It was a long time.
A lot. And, you know, you're in Fenway. You think you're going to explode one of these days. And finally, it's starting to happen.
Well, it is 12 runs 2 nights ago, rain out last night. That did not slow down the offense. Into tonight, 9 runs so far. 1-2 will not count.
That's
time was granted quite late.
But you think about it, these guys, you can't help it. So, you know, Nunez and Devers, man, woo. It's just they've taken off.
Benintendi really swinging it tonight. So is Moreland and Mookie Betts. And this is without Dustin Pedroia in the lineup. And Pedroia has been as hot as a firecracker.
Vasquez almost got a hit that last time up. He's ridiculous.
He might be the hottest Red Sox hitter, Christian Vasquez. So very promising signs here in the early days of August. And a little dribbler foul.
Yeah, good slider there by Reed. He's got the good fastball. We all knew that. But he's faced left-handers. Gets left-handers out just as well as right-handers, which is so important, especially with only one left-hander in the bullpen.
And a ground ball charged by Xander Bogaerts from the grass. 2 up, 2 down. Abreu will be next.
Tonight after Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, we'll save you the time and get you up to speed on all the news and sports, including the latest on how the Patriots celebrated Tom Brady's birthday with goats. And Matt Chatham breaks down practice from Gillette. And NESN Sports Today is presented by People's United Bank. See what know-how could do.
Left-hander Bummer getting going in the bullpen. I was listening to WEEI late this afternoon, Dale and Holly, and they were talking about not only the greatest quarterback of all time, but the greatest football player of all time being Tom Brady. All positions.
Whoa.
And I'm thinking to myself, does anybody really have an argument about that?
No.
I mean, 5 Super Bowls, everything that he's done, he's going to go down as the greatest quarterback in the history of the game. But I mean, now you've got the greatest player of all time, any position.
They're dropping goats on you, you know you're cool. Huh?
Sure.
Get goats to your birthday.
Greatest of all time. "40 years old, still the best."
Yes. And everybody thinks they're going to be, what, 19-0 this year? Or what is it? Just don't get carried away. Let's just win.
Sound like the head coach.
Yeah.
Gunning and will just get him at first base. Abreu retired. It's a 1-2-3 inning. 9-5. Red Sox in command at Fenway tonight. Saturday on Dining Playbook, Billy and Jenny are dining on the patio at Davio's in Linfield. Plus, they put the pedal to the metal in a Chevy Camaro at the racetrack at the Apex driving events. Don't miss this and more Saturday morning at 9 on Dining Playbook, driven by your New England Chevy dealers. You've done Davio's.
I have, and I've been there in Linfield, too.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Billy and Jenny have the best gig next to you and me. Bottom 7, 9-5. Red Sox with the lead. And the left-hander Bummer. Aaron Bummer out of the pen. You see his numbers in the minor leagues, getting him promoted to the bigs. Jackie Bradley, first man in against him here in the last of the 7th. Mookie Betts and Andrew Benintendi to follow. Betts with a 2-run homer tonight. Benintendi has 3 hits. Jackie looking for his second hit on his bobblehead night. And tonight snapping a little 0 for 14. Got out of that with a single in the 3rd.
He almost went deep on his bobblehead night. Straight center field. Farthest part of the ballpark.
The hot item tonight.
Well, Jackie, he does not get cheated. He's got some power for a guy. He's not a big guy, but he can leave, man. He can hit him a long ways.
2-2. And a bat goes flying on a swing and a miss. Landing right in front of the Red Sox dugout and into the netting. Carson Smith. I should say Pomerantz there to dig that one out.
You go back to the dugout with no bat in your hands. Got to be awkward.
Strange feeling.
It is like, see ya. Luckily it didn't hurt anybody. Didn't even get to the dugout.
So 1 away for Mookie Betts, who has gone 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer, is 18th in the 2nd inning. softly hit, charging Abreu. He goes for the tag, and he got him. 2 up, 2 down. Benintendi will be next, and time for the carrying the freight moment, brought to you by Old Dominion.
What a night he had. You see the split finger he hits into the seats in center field for a ground rule double, and we're going to see another double for him, staying on a ball away from him, takes it off the boards. Last time up, a good RBI single, slider down and away, stays on it, flips it into left field. Nice night, 3 hits.
Old Dominion is the official freight carrier of Major League Baseball and the Boston Red Sox. Andrew's also been hit by a pitch and stolen a base, so he's had a very productive night. On base 4 times. As mentioned, the Indians knocked off the Yankees 5-1. Kluber was outstanding tonight.
You know who's been playing better is Baltimore. Almost forgot about them, the way they were going down south. You know, pitching was bad. All of a sudden they've got a pulse.
Get beat up tonight though, 7-0. 3rd inning by Detroit.
It's like Tillman for Baltimore getting knocked around.
Like Benintendi's on again. He takes a 2-out walk. So he's on base for the 5th time. That gets it to Eduardo Nunez. He's got 1 for 4 with an RBI hit. Nine runs, 14 hits for the Red Sox. And in there for a strike. 5 runs and 7 hits for Chicago. Each side with an error. Both starters are done, but White Sox starter Miguel Gonzalez only went 1 2/3. And that one punched for a base hit to right. Benintendi nearly slipped. Here's the throw into third. He's going to be out.
He did it again.
He is out at third base, so he's been cut down there twice tonight. Nearly lost his balance as he went hurtling toward third base. 9-5 Boston. It is brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of Major League Baseball. Mazda, driving matters. McDonald's, any McCafe Bakery muffin with any size hot or iced coffee, just $1.99. And by Ford Trucks, built Ford Tough, the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. Benintendi cut down at third base for the second time tonight.
Well, thank goodness it's 9-5 because he's just being overly aggressive. I mean, when you get thrown out by this far, you shouldn't have gone. I know he slipped there a little bit, but he's out so easy. They're just waiting. He's getting thrown out every night just to stay in shape. Twice tonight.
Soto's on to the 8th. Matt Barnes taking over on the hill now, facing Delmonico. Was singled and belted a 3-run homer. He's gone 2 for 3. Matt with his 50th appearance.
You know, do you see the numbers with Barnes? You know, he's been leaned on, him and Embry, I think, the first half of the season a lot. And you see the numbers. He's had a good year for the Red Sox. He's had his hiccups, but he's had a good year overall. Been invaluable.
To the right side, and Nunez will dig that and retire Moncada. You can wow your clients and guests with luxury suites and premium experiences at Fenway. Email premiumsales@redsox.com or call 617-226-6912 for more information. Well, if the White Sox do lose this one and the Red Sox have a 9-5 lead, that'll be 20 of the last 24 for Chicago. The win would go to Rick Porcello. Just 5 innings for Rick tonight, 5 runs, 6 hits, but
it's kind of a win he did, you know, that he deserves, if there's such a thing. It's tough to get a win. You go 5 innings, whatever, give up 5 runs, but he's had too many games where he's pitched so well, got nothing.
Well, you think a couple of starts ago against the Angels, 8 innings, which was a complete game. Only gave up 5 hits, and he lost that one.
The Tampa game, 1-0, right?
Right. He went 8 innings in that game and struck out 7, didn't walk anybody. He lost it 1-0. If you believe that things even out in baseball.
Well, if you have a long career, they might have a chance, but there's some years it just you can't get away with anything.
Hard hit caught by the leaping first baseman Moreland. Fine play on a rocket by Delmonico.
Delmonico had a pretty good night tonight. 2 for 3 coming into this at bat. He hits a bullet. Mitch gets up just a little bit.
So Saladino will be next. He's gone 2 for 3. Red Sox leading 9-5 into the late stages. Game 1 of 4 with Chicago. And the win for John Farrell tonight would be his 399th. So closing in on becoming the 8th manager to lead the Red Sox to 400 victories in his career. John at 398 wins and 358 losses. Nobody on, 2 down. Barnes looking to make it a 1-2-3. Barnes tossed a perfect 7th inning on Tuesday night with 2 strikeouts.
Got that great 12-6 hook. He really does. It's hard to throw a strike with it. The good one's in the dirt.
Now, tomorrow on Charlie Moore Outdoors, Charlie travels to the Mountaintop Inn and Resort in Vermont. The Mad Fisherman fishes a lake he's never been on and encounters a lot of obstacles. Can he find his fishing groove? Find out tomorrow night at 11:30 at Nesson Sports Today.
Got to get in his groove.
2-2 rattle foul. Red Sox hoping to be 2 games up in the division at the end of play tonight, with Eduardo Rodriguez getting to baseball tomorrow.
Get him rolling, I'll tell you.
3-2.
He needs to win bad tomorrow night. Get his confidence kicking. Got to take advantage of these White Sox. You have to.
Nobody on base, 2 down, and a payoff pitch. Now the Dodgers are winning again. They have a 4-1 lead on Atlanta in the 7th inning. If they win that game, the Los Angeles Dodgers will have a record of 76-32.
And they go out and get Yu Darvish. I mean, it's incredible. I know Kershaw's out, but still.
Got jammed there, and he knocked the foul back out of play. I really thought that was going to be a race. They're making a mockery of it in the NL West.
I don't think you thought Arizona was going to be there, did you?
Not really.
Yeah.
I thought Colorado could hang around.
How about San Francisco? I mean, come on. How could they be so bad? I mean, a lot of injuries, but that's just been a disaster.
They're 41-68. 3-2. Fly to right center field. Mookie Betts. And Mookie with the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 8th inning. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Red Sox on top 9-5 over the White Sox. The playoffs is on. You don't want to miss a game. Import the NESN Red Sox calendar into your favorite desktop, your web, or mobile calendar today. Visit NESN.com/schedule to import that schedule right now. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Red Sox scoring plenty of runs tonight to this point. Tyler Clippard to make his 47th appearance of the year. And it'll be Hanley Ramirez to lead things off. Hanley on the night with a double, a single, hard hit liner, and a well struck fly ball. So very good swings to go 2 for 4. And Devers is on deck. Oh, and a rip foul. He's been on a few tonight.
He really has.
Victory for the Red Sox would be their 60th and put Boston at 60-49.
You get him going, Benintendi going. I mean, there's a lot of guys going on here. Moreland kick in a little bit.
And Moreland 2 more doubles tonight. Clippard acquired from the Yankees as part of that 7-player deal on July 18th.
Didn't have a good year with the Yankees. Kind of struggled there with his command. Gave up some big hits.
The bespectacled right-hander with a 1-1.
Fastball changeup.
Sox will face a left-hander tomorrow night. In fact, a battle of lefties. Eduardo Rodriguez going for Boston, and Drew Pomeranz pitching on Saturday. Doug Fister on Sunday. Fister's last performance was, for the majority of it, I mean, into the 8th inning, it was one of the best pitching performances of the year by the Red Sox.
And you know how he pitches too. He's got that pace. He's getting it and throwing it, but he had a good curveball. A lot of ground balls. He got that sinker down. He's mixing it in. He throws balls all over the plate. He's got to be careful to keep the ball down. I mean, he just had a rough go here. He was lucky to get another opportunity, really, and he's going to get another one.
Flied foul, and that was against one of the better offenses in baseball in the Cleveland Indians.
I think we had low expectations going in for that game, as you did.
No question.
And for when he threw like that, it's like, he's capable of doing that, but I don't think you expected anything close to that.
Well, he's done that in the past. You saw it coming in at an ERA around 7.5, and you didn't anticipate that.
No, he's got knocked around pretty good. His command was brutal against Toronto, but he's back and forth out of the bullpen. Not an easy thing to do, really.
Right.
This stage in his career.
3-2 on Hanley Ramirez. Red Sox trying to make it 3 consecutive wins. Payoff pitch now from Clippard, and he walked him. So Hanley on for the 3rd time of the game. A lot of the Red Sox have been on base multiple times. Mookie Betts twice. Andrew Benintendi 5 times. Hanley now for the 3rd time. Christian Vasquez with a multi-hit game. Mitch Moreland has one too. And Devers has been on base twice, actually 3 times, a home run, a walk, and he's reached on an error. Runner goes and knocked foul out of play. Hanley was on the run and sliding into second. Stay right here after the 3rd out of this inning for a special behind the scenes look at what happens in between innings. Frankly, we don't know what's coming up. Could be almost anything. I don't think anyone can predict what's going to happen, heck, in between innings.
Should I be excited or what?
May see Brandon Workman. Oh-1. He really attacked it. 2 strikes on the 20-year-old.
So many things you like about this kid. What we've seen. He's had patience at times, right? Taking a walk here and there. Love the way he moves the ball around all over the field. We're going to watch how they pitch to him, though, as the days go by.
Doesn't take long to get a book. Back to his home run swing in the 1st inning.
And I'll tell you, when I first saw this swing in the first inning, I thought this was a fly ball to left field. I really did. I think it fooled the left field, fooled everybody. I said, oh my goodness, the ball is carrying.
He got going, though. He didn't concede anything there. Fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Xander Bogaerts will be next. Nobody out. A man at first.
He started off that 9th inning 2 nights ago with a little chopper off the plate, didn't he? That's how he started that inning off, with 1 out.
He did. Big play. So is the strikeout wild pitch on Moreland. And then there was another wild pitch that got both of those guys into scoring position before the home run by Vasquez.
So all you want is a base hit, and he goes bridge.
And that ball took off. It had a second life. It jumped into the air, then it jumped again. Out there to center field.
I mean, when a guy's only got 1 home run and he hits a ball out like that, you're not sure. And meanwhile, it's way out. There he is.
Some swing. Some way to finish that ball game. 2-2. And got him. Down he goes on a change. I'm talking about Vasquez and his heroics on Tuesday night in the game of the year.
Looking 3-1. What are you looking for? Yes, and he got it. Look at him. He's not leaving home plate. When you hit it like that, you know it's gone. You get to do everything. And that poor guy eating his shirt.
He said afterwards it was such a special night for him because his folks were here, he had family here, his girlfriend was here. They were there at the end as he rounded the bases.
He won't forget that.
No, sir. Xander Bogaerts is 1 for 4 with an infield single. We are in the bottom of the 8th. Red Sox 9, the White Sox 5. And Clippard's 0-1. Oh, 2 on Xander. We're talking about Christian's family. There's his dad. And this was during the walk-off interview that TC conducted. I was listening to his son being interviewed in front of the fans.
Yeah, I love seeing dads up there. I had my dad in the stands for about 9 years when I was with Oakland. Something I'll never forget.
Bogaerts hitting .281, 6 homers. Into left center field. Engel moving over. 2 down. Sox get to 60 wins tonight. They would become the 4th team in the majors to get their 60th win. The 3 who have it already are Houston, Washington, and the Dodgers.
That's it.
That's it. Red Sox would be the 4th. Mitch Moreland tonight, 2 doubles. He's also struck out and grounded out. Moreland's driven in a run. He scored a run. And he'll take a strike. At the moment, the Red Sox are 1 game behind their pace of 2016 when they won the division. Of course, did not play last night. Game was postponed. Will be made up on August 14th here at Fenway at 6:10. So if you're holding your ticket, your rain check from last night, the makeup date is August 14 at 6:10 p.m. Red Sox will be in New York the night before for Sunday Night Baseball.
That's why they couldn't have a day game. It'd be crazy.
Yep. That takes up a Red Sox off day. Obviously an Indians off day as well. One and he popped him up. The left fielder Delmonico for the catch, and that'll do it. Red Sox will leave one. We are off to the 9th inning. Red Sox ahead 9-5. Don't go anywhere as we stay in the park.
Join us August 15th and 16th for the WEEI Ness and Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon, presented by Arbella Insurance Foundation.
Every dollar raised supports cancer care and research at Dana-Farber Cancer Institute.
Text K-Cancer to 20222 to give $25 to support cancer care and research.
Visit JimmyFundRadioTelethon.org to learn how you can help.
The 16th annual WEEI Ness and Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon, presented by the Arbella Insurance Foundation.
As you cheer on the best team ever, we'd like to remind you that at Southwest, we connect low fares to your favorite destinations. So buckle up and say yes to low fares with nothing to hide. Remember that we offer nonstop flights to your favorite destinations. So grab this seat, or this one, or any of these. Please use your oxygen masks if the thought of nonstops takes your breath away.
The real estate market can be tough to navigate, but no one knows it better than wives of pro baseball families like the Zobrists, the Utleys, and the Holidays.
In the last 10 years, we have moved 10 times. Moving doesn't scare me. Moving is fun. Here are my tips. Here are some of my tips. Here are a couple of my tips. Be efficient with your search. Use Realtor.com's draw feature. Use 3D tours and give yourself an advantage from a distance. Use filters. They make it easy to get exactly what you want.
Visit Realtor.com/homerun to hear more of their stories.
At Ace, kids are some of our favorite customers.
How far does this spray? Why would anybody want to tape their duck? How do you unglue?
There's nothing better than helping kids. That's why ACE supports Children's Miracle Network hospitals.
This Friday and Saturday only, donate $5 to your local Children's Miracle Network hospital at your neighborhood ACE and get the 5-gallon bucket plus 20% off almost anything that fits inside.
ACE is the place with the helpful hardware.
Oh, excellent.
At Fenway, Red Sox trying to lock down a victory tonight in Game 1 against the White Sox. They have a 4-run lead. And it's our game summary brought to you by Xfinity. Red Sox got to the starter Gonzalez really quickly tonight for 7 earned runs in an inning and 2/3. Rick Porcello can pick up the win. He did not go deep in the game, but he can win it. Betts with his 18th home run. Devers with number 3. And Andrew Benintendi, after missing the last couple of ball games, kind of a mental break, it worked. He's been on base 5 times and has 3 hits. So Brandon Workman comes out of the bullpen. We'll get the bottom third of the order here. It'll be Anderson, Narvaez, and Engel for Chicago.
I'll tell you what, Workman, since he's been up there, they've gone to him a lot, and he's responded. Tried to get a couple of innings out of him a couple of times. He's already, pitched 17 innings.
And to the tune of a 2.08 ERA.
Little deception in that delivery of his. Gets it up there 94, 95, and then a little hard breaking ball.
He'll turn 29 on the 13th of this month. Native of Arlington, Texas, now makes his home in the great city of Austin, Texas.
Got his velocity back is what happened. We saw him earlier in the year. He was throwing 90. Now he's got it up to 95.
2-2. And strike 3.
He got painted right there. Anderson barked something out, but ball may be a smidgen outside, but you got to have it, don't you? Cross seamer right there. Take it. Hold it.
You remember Workman in the LCS against Detroit 2013. He made 3 appearances. And he did not allow a run. And some big innings in that series against Miguel Cabrera and the Tigers. And then the World Series, he appeared in 3 games, 3 1/3, allowed only 3 hits, no earned runs. He was just dynamite in the playoffs. Became a very important man for John Farrell, and he zips that in for a strike.
Yeah, it showed what he was made of real early in his career. I mean, that's a kind of experience you don't experience for a while when you're till you've been in the big leagues a while. He had it right from the get-go.
Sox with an opportunity to gain on both the Yankees and Tampa Bay. We told you the Yankees lost, but Tampa Bay is trailing 3-2 to Houston in the 7th. At the moment, they're 3.5 behind Boston. A strike. 94.
See what's happening in Tampa next week, huh?
Yep. And down to take on the Rays right after the Yankees series. I should say right before the Yankee series. Here's the 2-2. And he punches him out. That's in there for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks by Workman.
Boy, he knows where his fastball's going. Struck out Anderson on a pitch right before, looking on the same pitch. This one's inside here, though.
So to bring up a pinch hitter, Alan Hansen, who's a real burner, can really run. Sox bullpen has set down 10 in a row. We were kicking around ideas earlier today about what we're going to talk about in our view from the booth in the pregame show, and X said, hey, the bullpen is where we need to go for that discussion. And Red Sox with the #3 ERA among bullpens in all of baseball, and well, tonight they've been perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Let's do this every night.
We'll have to come up with something else tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
you got enough guys out there to take some, take your turn. Put your piece in.
Ground ball to Nunez. He gobbles that up, and that will do it. The Red Sox win tonight. They take game 1 against the White Sox 9-5. Offense carrying the show again.